character that a lot of people felt like was going to be very strong when the Season 2 patch dropped, but maybe they overestimated his abilities. Still very solid, but still not up to par with a lot of the top tier characters.
Can definitely agree with that. Definitely, if you were to compare Rio and K-Dash as the differences in their team, I think they're kind of inside the same area tier-wise, most definitely.
Yeah, but the DP is actually going to hit, allowing Ruben to escape from the corner, but Shadow X is always ready for that, knows you're going to try and be aggressive after a DP, so challenges with buttons immediately, and is still in control of the pace here.
Yep, and early on there, you were definitely seeing one of K-Dash's biggest upsides to him. Amazing pressure in that corner, but currently Ruben is out and is forcing Shadow X to play this neutral again.
Yeah, and that run up to C. When you see really solid players do run up to C is a sign of a very solid player who is comfortable in their approach, right? Being able to confirm off of that one solid hit into big damage is invaluable in a lot of these matchups here. And so is that. The quick mode confirm immediately. Not going to be able to get too much off of it besides this one level 1.
Yep, one of Rio's biggest assets is that anywhere juggle multi-punches. You will be seeing that a lot when this character is on the screen. We're going to be seeing it once again into a big combo.
Exactly. Unfortunately, he came into this round without a whole lot of meter here, so he's not going to get the huge damage that Rio is known for, right? He's going to have to settle for just level 1 supers or these EX moves. But so far, he's doing a really good job evening the score here against K-Dash and keeping Shadow X locked in the corner.
Was able to get the Witch Punch, but sadly no full confirm, and Shadow X is still going to be living.
And you saw Ruben was trying to back up to force Shadow X to overextend, possibly with an EX slide to block, but unfortunately got clipped here and is going to lose over half of Rio's health for it.
Oh, and this is... Oh, never mind. Did not go for the EX, so it's not going to end up being death just yet.
Ooh, but there we go. Able to block the overhead attempt, getting a nice punish, but a little too much damage was taken for Rio. He's not going to get too much back here, meaning that Shadow X is still firmly in the driver's seat and in the lead so far.
And I can definitely tell that Ruben is not happy about the life that he lost back then.
Alright, we're going to get that 2C anti-air, but again, even though you push Shadow X back, he's not going to stop until you force him to stop. Still constantly moving forward, able to shut down Rio, and we are down to just Clark. And Shadow X knows this character inside and out, so Ruben's going to have to really show him something special.
Yep, and something to definitely question, though, is though Shadow X is pretty much just the best Clark, the question is, does he know how to fight his own character to the level that other people fight him?
I would hope so. I mean, Clark is a decently popular character as well. But there we go. Nice. Gets the Jaguar step right on into the toss.
The corner. Let's see what we're getting for the meaty here. You see, ooh, input error, I'm sure.
Yeah, I do like the idea. If you didn't go for the 2C that pushes you out a little too far, I do like the idea of trying to go for the grab. Since Shadow X has been very aggressive, even on defense, but pressing a lot of buttons.
Anywhere to go. Not going to get a meaty off this, but this situation...
And that's one of the downsides to using rolling Death Cradle when you aren't close to the corner, right? Is that you don't get that meaty, so you have to run up and risk an option like this. Shadow X waking up to 2B and getting a ton of damage on Clark.
Yep, and this is going to be so scary for Ruben because he does get a mix-up here, and oh! Who needs combos, right?
Nope. Just happy little resets.
Yeah, it's happy little resets. He said, if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, doesn't. Ooh, and what did happen, though, is I do want to thank FatCat321 for the $50 direct contribution to the match RINO. Greatly appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Fat Cat. Always showing so much generosity here in the TNS brackets. We cannot thank you enough for all of your contributions here, and hopefully you are getting your money's worth with some of this great KOF action.
Round 1.
We go into the second game here. No changes in team order. I'm sure Ruben definitely feels comfortable inside this Iori K-Dash matchup. Just thinks maybe few errors in his neutral.
You know what? I like the font. Not gonna lie.
Big Jobber, you're like 0 for 2 today on me and your opinions right now.
Hey, that's why I'm the jobber, you know? Nice DP coming out. Trying to create some space here. Air footsies with the jumping CD, right? Trying to force Shadow X to run into that big normal so you can get some pressure started.
Wow, very preemptive DP there. Ruben is definitely a risk taker, that is for sure. Oh my god, the PTSD from this song, no.
Ooh, and you saw the patience there from Shadow X, right? Trying to bait out the DP. Knows that Ruben can get a little DP happy. There's the guard cancel. I love it, going for the teleport there to get out of the way of being punished.
Ooh, full screen run up throw. Let's see what we have inside this corner. Oh, a lot of meter being spent on both ends defensively.
Oh no! Ruben wasn't ready for it. That trade could have gotten a kill, but he stalled just a little too long to get the confirm. Nice run up EXDP though to jump right through that fireball. Good start for Ruben.
That was so smart. That is definitely a player that has played against K-Dash more than enough times to know one of the best options to deal with Iron Trigger is to just reversal through it. And
the score is even right away here. Actually looks like it's going to be about even resources and even health for both of these players coming on in. But the Iori versus Rio matchup, honestly, it doesn't feel too great for Rio, right? Iori is just so good at staying outside of that danger zone. And it is so explosive, too, from long range and things like that, but he got stuffed in that situation.
Yeah, ShadowX definitely using or trying to blow up Rio on one of his basic frame traps, which is into the fireball. But right now we are seeing a big damage from Ruben. Love this super. Doesn't get much of a setup here, but gets the meaty situation.
Oh, there's a nice throw tech immediately into the CD blowback. And Ruben not going to get caught by the taco this time, rolling straight out of harm's way. I like that a lot. And a great frame trap is going to be able to close out the round.
We're seeing a little bit of trouble confirming these straight 2B hits. I kind of hope Ruben cleans it up because he's playing almost perfectly, but those one drop or a drop here and there is all ShadowX needs.
Yeah, and especially those 2Bs, confirming off your 2Bs is kind of like a cornerstone of pressure in KOF, right? So you need to have those down on lock or ShadowX is going to exploit that.
My God, anti-air Frankensteiner, he's the best.
Oh, and there we go. Run up Argentinian backbreaker. We don't spend any meter either. Just wants to hold on to this mirror to make sure that you can get the kill confirmed with as little bar spent as possible. And you see the patience from ShadowX trying not to overextend. Knows he's on his last leg.
And I definitely want to give a shout out to Ruben. The way that he is playing this neutral so, like, he's playing so safe. He really is not letting ShadowX get any random hits. We're going to be seeing a big combo here.
And not only just not allowing him to get any random hits or playing it safe, running down the clock too, right? If Rio is going to fall here, you want to make sure that the damage sticks as much as possible.
ShadowX kind of gripping at air. Oh, this is going to be a dead Rio though, but the damage he has dealt is going to be noticeable.
Yep, and you know that ShadowX did not want to spend that much meter to get rid of Rio. But Stack 5 is going to come in spending a lot of money with a $50 direct contribution to the match, RINO. Thank you so much for your support.
Oh my God, what a dash forward! And this is going to be death here.
Yeah, absolutely. EX into rolling death cradle, finish. Tied up 1-1.
1-1 against ShadowX. Again, these players may have played each other many of times, but to me, Ruben is the second person in this pool, and I have no idea who he is. So beating ShadowX is going to be a huge thing if he is able to do it.
And we are going to go back to the order selection, though, for ShadowX. But sometimes ShadowX likes to go back to order selection as a bit of a mix-up, right? To try and force his opponent to make the change into a matchup that he finds a lot more favorable.
Would not be too surprised if we see Iori going on the anchor position. There it is.
Yep, Iori on anchor. I do like that a lot. Clark just unfortunately wasn't carrying as much as he could have, and Clark doesn't necessarily need the meter to work, right? Here we go. Time to jump straight into it. Our first to two, our first to three. They are first to two.
Well, yeah, so there's one. This is the last game here. There is no draw effects. There is no extra magic games. And here.
Yeah, if they were first to three, we'd be here all night.
Hey, like I said, I ain't got nothing to do.
And there we go. Fishing out with that far C as well. I like it. Clark has a really good way of just pushing you out with his buttons with different strings, right? They each have like kind of a different tier to them, which is why you can do things like 2B, 2C, 5C, and it'll still force them to block all the way through.
And we're seeing ShadowX play almost a little bit scared. Oh my God, as I say that, he gets a full confirm here. Oh, doesn't go for the anywhere jungle.
Playing scared, we call that calculated.
Oh, is that what we call it? Huh?
There is no fear inside of a Clark player's heart. You know that, Papa Leo.
Oh, that actually is very true. I cannot deny that.
And look at this. It's so patient here. Also just throwing out a 5A. And every time he throws out that 5A, Ruben stops a little short. It's just a little scared. Close C is able to get the hit, but you need to score one more to close up this round.
There it is, the empty jump command grab. And what we saw there was ShadowX was really just nickel and diming Ruben, and Ruben was not able to get a clear opening to make up the damage difference.
Absolutely, but you can make up the damage difference with a character like Rio sitting on 2 bars. The only problem, though, is you have to get that solid hit, and right now, you are back into the snowball that is Clark. Deathlake Driver puts you in the corner, nowhere to run.
Oh, the Shadow X effect is happening. You played so well earlier on, but then he just wakes up with the Clark, and you're playing a completely different game now. Oh, no.
Frankensteiner is so powerful here. Run up, EX, command grab. Rolling Death Cradle? Absolutely. Give me the extra damage and give me that corner, baby.
Yeah, he does get a meaty off this, and he's going to go for the throw OS, which is going to end up catching the up back from Ruben. Ruben down to his anchor.
And now it is Clark v. Clark, but Shadow X might be pulling out the patented Clark CV here.
So, what I do know of this matchup, sucks for both ends. This character has all the tools to deal with himself. So it is.
What you're saying is Clark wins this matchup.
Oh yeah. Oh, Clark wins this 10-0 free. Big confirm here.
Ooh, we actually spend the climax. Interesting.
I love this climax. It's so sick.
I understand why, though. You need to try and close the gap in damage as much as possible, right? You have to make a reverse OCB with Clark. Clark, like we mentioned a little bit earlier, doesn't necessarily need that meter to get cooking. And
Definitely feels he can get the meter back during this K-Dash match. You know, K-Dash not really known for going in from full screen. Standing overhead. We're seeing immaculate control from Ruben here with the Clark.
And there we go. Nice. Another Frankensteiner poking out with the tube A to A into the 2D. That 2D, such a solid button. But now you see Shadow X is starting to be very mobile. A lot of these short hops here trying to prevent Ruben from getting that command grab. Uh-oh, but there it is. You stood still for too long.
Oh, and this is going to be a dead character, too?
No. We're on the cusp of a reverse OCB. Clark is going to get all of his health back here going into Iori.
But we do have Iori, definitely one of the conversations of this patch. Any 2B hit can easily lead to a TOD with this much meter.
And 2B is the very first thing that you see Shadow X as the round starts. He's aware of that too. Gets the clean jump in, but no confirm.
Iori is lacking in anywhere juggle, so we will not be seeing any air-to-airs into TODs today.
Yeah, he doesn't need it, all right? Don't even think about it.
I'm sorry that I brought it up. It's gonna happen next patch. Oh,
Don't
no.
give them any ideas, Papa.
Oh my god, and look, Ruben is playing immaculate.
This footsies game, incredible. A great use of mixing up all these air buttons so that he's not being too predictable against Shadow X. And now mixing up into more of a solid ground game.
This is the most helpless I've seen Shadow X in a match in a very long time.
And you see every time he gets in that danger zone, he backs up with a 2B confirmed. This is going to hurt.
Look, this was actually the improper route, which is pretty upsetting to see.
Yeah, it won't kill.
Does get a meaty situation here. Let's see what he goes for.
Have to watch out for the taco.
Didn't even know he got that. That's so ugly.
Watch, he's going to get an anywhere juggle. What's going to happen?
Oh, no.
Ruben playing very patient here. Has enough mirror to close it out himself if he gets the proper routing.
Ruben is playing so set. Oh, the Frankensteiner whiffs, but no punish.
Yeah, luckily it was a whiff on a back jump there from Shadow X. Shadow X didn't have an opportunity to punish it, but you have to be careful with trying to jump in over the fireball like that. One EXDP is going to spell your doom, and he gets caught trying to jump out of the pressure there.
The Farsi being active for an insane amount of time is going to catch him on the last couple of frames when they ban.
He's not banned. He is not banned at all. He is perfectly legal. But now, Geese versus Nakoruru. And we know, we talk about Nakoruru has that run over factor, but that you have to get in to get that start first, right? And I feel like Geese has such incredible defense just in that mid-range.
Yeah, Geese, I definitely have in the tier of one of the best walls in the game. You approach him and you're like, how do I break this down?
Yeah, I mean, his footsies game is just incredible. Such long normals, incredible corner carry as well. And he, of course, you can't be too predictable, right? Or else you're going to get hit by that counter.
Oh, yeah, that reflector that Nakoruru has is not going to be doing much in this matchup. Rapukin's very fast.
Yeah, and you see Nakoruru already down to one last hit. You can't even send out your bird comfortably, right? You're just going to trade with the fireball because of how quick it is, like you mentioned.
Yep. Most definitely. And we're going to be going into the second character, Leona now, a character we don't normally see on the second position. Normally we do see the anchor Leona to get that explosive damage.
Yeah, it's almost always anchor or sometimes point. You do see her sometimes on
that's
point.
just true.
Just because she does have solid defense as well with that flash kick, right? But again, Excelancer is just playing this neutral game so perfectly. I like it, just harassing with the 2A as well. Gets the throw, has 3 bars to work with. He's about to start cooking.
Yeah, and look at that guard gauge. And there it goes, and this is going to be a dead Leona here. And while we have the time, I can talk about how Excelancer should never be on P1 again. If I ever have to listen to this song again, I will have him banned.
Sick. What are you talking about?
Oh my god. It's sick it's a Sam Show song for anybody that doesn't know. It's sick in Sam Show because the game is so slow that you can really vibe out to it. I can't vibe out to this while Geese is running over me.
I can vibe out to Yuri coming through with the 100 bits. What's up, Yuri? Hope you're having a good time.
And PerroSinLag looks very, very lost in this matchup. Gonna get big damage here, though.
Absolutely. How much are we willing to spend? Oh, no. We actually don't cash out at the very end, but we are going to score a nice cross up here. Still has plenty of meter to cook with. But you have to make sure that Whip does not take any more damage here against Geese. And she absolutely is not going to. The EX is enough to close it out.
And definitely super strong the way that PerroSinLag went for the jump in, took a step back, knowing that Excelancer was going to attempt to throw tech, and got that delayed close C for big damage. Oh, Shun'Ei. All right, so we have Luong coming in after this, and
God, that was a hell. The hit stun on that was crazy long, being able to get the confirm afterwards.
Yeah, and PerroSinLag is going ham with the whip right now. That is still plus. You cannot even throw it. Damage.
Oh, trying to escape from the corner, but Excelancer being very smart there, just waiting to see what Whip is going to do. Shun'Ei is very good at challenging in the air.
Most definitely. Also with the options he has after the hit, having those air dashes and things like that. Still going to be alive here.
Yeah, that is safe, but Perro's trying to challenge against it. Not going to work. Excelancer are going to be able to close things out with a short and sweet combo there. Red hand juggles.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if Excelancer is going to come with a little bit more, maybe a game plan against the whip. You know, he ran over the rest of PerroSinLag's team, but if he hadn't gotten that hit at the end there, you know, we could be talking about a completely different story and a completely different score with how that whip was playing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm surprised to see him just go back to the exact same order, not even putting Whip up front. I feel like Whip is a better matchup against Geese than we saw so far from Nakoruru. She's just a little too slow to deal with Geese, it seems like.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what Nakoruru is supposed to do here, but I guess it's get a cross-up jump starter.
And get that knockdown. Has to hop on in to try and get that meaty starter, but that 2C, what an anti-air for Geese. Helps him evade taxes.
Geese is definitely a tax evader. He's riding right there with Yoshi. Ooh, reflect on the fireball.
Hold a very slow cross-up attempt.
Until you play against it, you do not understand how hard it is to block that cross-up consistently. Especially when you see all the videos online that are like, hey, here's a TOD off blocking this cross-up. And you're like, I can't do that. Dropping the combo, that was definitely supposed to go on a bit longer.
But again, incredible spacing here, impeccable spacing here from Excelancer as well with challenging these jump ins consistently with the 2C. I like a lot of the jump back JDs, just trying to create space, but this is finally a chance for Perros. Wasn't able to
jump over the bird.
And that is tragic there. Perros had an opportunity to get the kill on Excelancer, but because we went for the EX special, we couldn't go for the super afterwards.
Is true, but we do have the Leona coming in. Leona has to do a lot less work this time around. You saw that fist? That was straight into the mouth.
Yeah, round start CD.
That was rude. There was actually no need for that.
Yeah, no, that was just a statement. The roll backwards also. Rolling backwards there just to try and catch the forward jump, and the neutral jump actually catches the escape too from Perros.
There we go. Finally some DPs here. PerroSinLag definitely being a little afraid to let those DP rip. Geese doesn't get the most amount of safe jumps from a lot of his knockdowns, but we'll be going to the Shun'Ei now.
Oh, wow, just raw red arm all the way in is actually going to hit its mark.
Seeing a lot of frame traps into this rush punch hitting pretty consistently. Ooh, no, nothing on the RC.
Yeah, he's just ending most of these block strings here with the red hand as well, which you need to be careful about being too predictable there on these block strings, because Perros is going to get the opportunity to just go for the guard cancel and punish you.
Definitely. Oh, and there's the swipe. That is an extremely strong move of dealing with characters that do not have the best of anti-airs. Oh, the raw max mode on accident. That could not be on purpose.
Oh, but we need to make it count here. Neutral jump over the super. I like that a lot. He has forced Excelancer to spend an entire bar, but gets caught running under by a throw. And again, the frame traps from Excelancer with Shun'Ei are very solid so far tonight.
And something we're seeing a lot for people, Shun'Ei is a less played character. Shun'Ei has very little recovery on any of his air special moves. Most of them do give him pretty much zero landing recovery. Getting used to that, definitely something you will have to do. Full confirm. There's gonna be big damage too. Oh, going for the mix. Yeah, we're not dealing with that. We don't deal with mixes at this household.
No. And yeah, just no swinging in either. We're taking to the skies. And I love the way that Excelancer is constantly chasing Whip into the air, right? Trying to not allow her to utilize her great air movement.
Yeah, there's the mix. Big damage. Oh, this is just gonna be a dead Whip here. Oh, hold on, he got one more. No, don't go out before the. No, that's the best part of the super. He comes back with the back of the elbow. It's sick.
All right, Excelancer gonna take it with a sick 2. Take time to really cook in the oven to get started.
Most definitely. And something to definitely talk about is the fact that since the Evo, why did that just happen? I did not just watch that. Oh my god. No.
You got vocals? You got vocals?
What is this? I've never heard this song before.
This sounds sick. Sorry, I'm listening to the music.
Somebody hit me with the song title in the chat. You know, I'm just gonna have to go onto the DJ station.
And you see Shermie Asesina already here with this in and out game, harassing a lot with the hop-ins.
It's gonna be a big combo. It's actually gonna be the end of DarkAngel's Theo very early on. Strive's theme song. Don't think it's that one.
This sounds like Downstate or whatever, the people who do all those wrestling songs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but there's the jump, and it's actually going to whiff with the JA, but still, Jump CD is going to get that hard knockdown here, allowing DarkAngel to try and gain some ground, losing Yo pretty decisively in the first round.
Definitely. And we are seeing here, and Leona is definitely a character that is not talked about enough. Very strong, but definitely on the harder end of the execution and knowledge scale.
Yeah, both of these characters actually pretty execution heavy as well. You see a lot of these K-Dash combos, they may look simple, but let me tell you, they are not. And DarkAngel putting on a show here, getting the chip damage it looked like possibly to get rid of Leona.
So it seems like we did get information in the chat. It is KOF 14's ending credits.
I like it. I'm into it.
Ooh, Athena versus K-Dash, a matchup I play pretty consistently. It sucks for Athena. You know, if your name is Shermie Asesina, I'm assuming that you're a god with this character, so let's see if I learned something here today.
And the thing about Athena is she's not necessarily super strong, but she is hella annoying, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hella annoying and slippery. You have to figure out how to lock her down, and DarkAngel is doing just that. You saw him stuff the teleport dash and getting the clean overhead there to get rid of this character as quick as possible.
Yeah, and Shermie Asesina definitely had an amazing start with that Leona, but this K-Dash is a gigantic wall that they have to get through in order to even get to the anchor Iori.
And there we go, guard cancel to create a little bit of space, right? You need some room to breathe, especially with Shermie. In this matchup, too, against K-Dash, K-Dash is so threatening at all ranges.
Most definitely. And a character that I am a big fan of is Shermie. She has a lot of options to deal with K-Dash in neutral, but definitely not in pressure, not rocking a reversal.
Ooh, and that is a tragic whip there, and it is going to be the end of Shermie Asesina for the first game. And we were talking about things from DarkAngel's point of view, right? You know, the pressure to win another tournament after winning such a stacked one last week. But you have to think about the pressure that's on Shermie Asesina, right? You're going up against last week's champion who took down some of the best players in North America here.
We're gonna be seeing an order swap here. Kind of curious to see what we are moving on. That was a very fast. Oh, rocking the Shermie on point. Definitely agree with this.
Yeah, this is interesting. Shermie on point up against Kyo. I mean, Kyo is definitely going to be a character who wants to rush on in and get close. Let's see how Shermie is going to be able to actually handle that matchup.
I actually have been working on this matchup personally quite a bit. I do believe Shermie is one of the characters that can really stop Kyo from getting anything started. Curious to see if Shermie Asesina knows some of the ins and outs. Oh yeah, well, 2B, 2B, 2B. Yeah, you already know. That normal is a terror for Kyo to deal with.
Yeah, she's going to have to play a really solid neutral game here and not allow Kyo to get into that, like, one character length, right? Inside that bubble.
Yeah,
and he's in there. He is firmly in there.
One of the biggest problems of switching to the Shermie on the point is that you no longer have a reversal, but that means nothing to Shermie Asesina right now.
Great jump back, but not able to get a punish. Really unfortunate. Oh, the CD straight into the cancel.
Oh, and this should be death here. Yep. DarkAngel with the counter hit. JCD confirm is going to finish that off, but the Shermie did do quite a bit of damage. Not as much work as the Leona, but now we do have the Leona in the anchor position. It's going to have a lot more meter.
Let's see what Athena is going to be able to do this time. Trading right off the bat. I like that Shermie Asesina is trying to create some space here, but is unable to stop DarkAngel's advance. Let me tell you, chat, do you like doing jumping CDs? I got a character for you. Yo,
Oh yeah, that is definitely. Oh, what a lord!
There's it. That's the neutral jump CD.
My favorite part is no matter what the knockdown is, the safe jump is the exact same. And oh, we are looking at a dead Shermie here. Athena.
Yeah, level 1. Pick up. No, he missed the OTG.
Pick up, but Shermie Asesina wasn't ready to punish the whiff. It's gonna haunt them for sure.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. Kyo running absolutely wild in this match. I don't necessarily think we're going to see a Kyo CV. He's going to be very low on health. Leona is going to kill him if she even breathes in his general direction.
For sure. Ooh, but with very risky options like that dive kick, very high chances Kyo could make it. Oh, no, I lied. Yeah, this is meaty.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah. That works. I would have just, air to air, but that works too.
Damn, I'm kind of vibing to this song, to be honest with you.
I'm about to have this in the background for the rest of the tournament. You mute all the sound. No more voice lines, no more music. It's just this.
All right, the trade. That's going to give DarkAngel a little bit of space to escape from the corner, and escape he does in stylish fashion with the level 1.
Shadow Strike, that is definitely matchup knowledge right there. Knowing at that range, Shadow Strike would be every option. Jumping.
Oh, whiffed 2C there. Just pushed himself a little too far out.
Setup. So it doesn't go for any type of setup. Seemed like they wanted some type of safe jump instead.
Oh no. Oh, accidentally got. Did he just give up?
I think Shermie Asesina was done. Oh, that did not seem for the O.Yashiro.
Yeah, it is not a priority at all. The only priority for O.Yashiro players is to kill you. Now, I do like the idea of Lokof actually putting Yamazaki here on point. Yamazaki does have really solid range with that snake arm, but the problem with Yamazaki, though, is when you go for snake arm, you are being heavily committal, meaning that RINO can get that one right guess and jump right in and make your day hell. So far, Lokof holding his own, going to kick RINO into the corner. And you see, still not getting too close. And that's why. Just run up 2C immediately into the anti-air grab, and RINO has able to tie up the health here. Jump CD, my beloved. Jump CD. Or excuse me, not jump CD. Jump C. Excuse me, chat. Bear with me there. Jump C is just an incredibly solid tool for not only O.Yashiro, but Yashiro in general. All of his C buttons are absolutely next level. And even the JA is pretty good, right? Didn't get punished for that. I wonder if Lokof could have gone for a throw in that situation. Trying to roll backwards to create that space, but O.Yashiro does not care about the space that you create. It's going to chase you down no matter what. And now you're going to get the Oki off to level 1. as you can see, like we mentioned, the moment that RINO gets that level 1 bar, he is going to spend it when he gets it confirmed on a super. He does not care about saving meter for regular Yashiro, because even regular Yashiro doesn't really need it. He can harass you with those plus buttons. Here we go. Super Pokken. And Orochi Yashiro is down. Geese did take a lot of damage in the process, though, so this is still not going to be easy for Lokof to make this comeback. Especially because when you go from one to the other.
We can be very happy that O.Yashiro is off the screen at the end of the day. So we do have normal Yashiro, a character without a 7-frame invul command grab and a 1-frame command grab. I'm definitely on my hater arc. It will be high and mighty. We're seeing a lot of pressure here from RINO. I'm curious to see. Look. What just happened? I feel like I was in the Twilight Zone.
Geese is doing a really good job slowing down the pace of the match, right? And that's what you're going to have to do against a character like Orochi Yashiro. You cannot be stuck in a close-range brawl because you're not going to win it. Yashiro is so good at these scrambles. You just have to use Geese's advantages to your advantage.
Oh, what a jump! That is a player knowledge. You do not up back there ever unless you have played against somebody and they have shown you at least 5 times in a row.
That's crazy. That's crazy that he actually just jumped right out of that.
He just knew. What a genius.
But now we're down to Luong. Of course, Luong is not cooking with too much meter here. Not too much butter. But we don't want to get stuck to that pan here. We need to keep things cold. Cool it down just a little bit. And that's exactly what Lokof is doing.
Hold on. I'm all here for the cooking references. Let's keep going with that. You're kind of onto something. Hold up. Ooh. Oh, that's a whip into a full punish here and something butter.
Oh, yeah. Spend it. Spend it. Level 3. There it is. A Raging Demon?
It's a Raging Demon. I actually never really noticed that. He even does that.
Absolutely is a Raging Demon. It's his own special brand of it.
Should have made it a 0-frame command grab. That's invul. Oh, wait. They gave it to the other one. So we are going to be seeing a full confirm here. Full hater. Full hater.
Oh, sticking out the standing D, huh?
And I've definitely heard from Yashiro players that this matchup can be pretty rough due to Luong's amazing normals, but you know, RINO doesn't really believe in matchups.
That's really the only downside that I feel like Yashiro has, right? Is when he's going against characters who have better range than him and can keep him out with footsies.
Most definitely, and Lokof did try to do that, but RINO busting through.
And we are going to go straight into the rematch here, it looked like. I glanced away for 1 second. And all I see is a loading screen.
They did go to rematch.
All right.
No real.
I still feel like that Yamazaki pick on point is a good idea against Orochi Yashiro. You just have to be careful about those snake arms.
Yamazaki an extremely strong character in its own right, but he is rocking a very noticeable dead zone in his neutral, and we're already seeing here RINO very much abusing that, staying at his like far A range so that Lokof really can't reactively do anything to O.Yashiro.
Very unfortunate here, but is able to get the poison. Great stop.
Stomp him out.
Ooh, and actually, interesting to see that Lokof didn't close the distance to try and push RINO into the corner of that block string, right? Being so respectful of how good RINO is at responding to these approaches. He has gotten hit by one too many 2Cs.
Good guessing, good guessing. All of those are in theory 50-50s. He's too good. He's just too good. And we're going into the super. Alright, I'm guessing right, low. Oh, he went right and then delayed throw.
Ooh, okay, just delayed low there. Snake arm. Nice jump back, but a little too far away. And now this is where you keep the pressure up.
Alive just by a pixel, though. Probably going to go for snake arm chip. Nope, just going to catch the roll.
Nice. Now you got to deal with regular Yashiro, and you have no health. This is not good.
No, not good in the slightest. But I do believe Yamazaki does have a bit of an easier time slowing this Yashiro down than the O.Yashiro. Mainly because of that situation right there. After the rush punch, Yamazaki is fully in control.
And yeah, exactly. Immediately able to close it out. RINO just needed that one single touch, and we are kind of back to square one. The only difference here is that RINO has a substantial meter lead, so Lokof is going to have to do what he's been trying to do this entire set, right? Slow things down, but RINO hitting the gas here, already getting Lokof into the corner. You see a nice guard cancel again, just trying to escape somehow.
Oh, amazing counter there. Not many characters actually have options to deal with that little mix-up there, but Lokof being very knowledgeable. Pressure strings here.
Trying to jump in, get that overhead. Starting to crank the guard gauge as well, too. RINO needs to be aware of that. Curious why he didn't just go all in trying to break it. Is going to be able to break it this time. Straight to level 1. Not enough to kill, but gets the pickup. Very nice from Lokof.
So one of my most hated things about Geese is after that super, he does the one Rekka so that he can get a range for the OTG. I'm like, oh, he's so cool, but God, I hate fighting him.
He needs it. All right.
And this is definitely a character of the patch for sure. Ashe and RINO being the best one of them all.
Yeah, that one touch kill, right? 5 bars. You want to talk about cooking with butter? He is ready to cook up a feast.
We're seeing a lot of great jumps from Lokof, but no combo starters. We have been in this corner for quite a while now. Oh, and
there it is.
End of this character.
Pretending we do not drop the combo here, it will absolutely be the end. But he actually decides to end it a little early here. Doesn't want to spend too much meter trying to save it for Luong. I can respect that. Just don't let it come back to bite you.
Yeah, definitely an interesting combo routing with the double EX rush punches, but, yeah. And that's, forgot, Kiss exists. EX kick Kiss is very strong, tracks onto the opponent and explodes noticeably faster than the rest. We have Luong on the screen. Both of these characters can make damage come out of nowhere.
RINO still has plenty of meter here too. 3 bars with max mode is enough to possibly close this out after just a couple of touches. But needs to find a way to escape from the corner here, and Lokof knows that, baiting out the DP.
This might actually be death here, depending on the routing.
Level 3. Oh, we were so close.
Definitely thought they were going to get the meter. That's very upsetting, because, you know, the life total is even right now because of Ashe.
Yeah, they just wanted that level 1 into the level 2, but unfortunately it did not work. But that low, what a hell of a confirm from Lokof here. Going to tie things up 1-1 now.
That was, like you said, an amazing confirm there. 2-button confirm. Definitely could have been punished if it was properly blocked, but Lokof was like, no, I'm like that. I can just hit confirm every time.
Absolutely. The confidence there to just get those one-hit confirms. I feel like that is something that is such a strength of KOF players, right? Getting 2C confirms, getting far C confirms, and being able to recognize it and go for these very risky options. Because in a lot of these cases, if your opponent blocks it and you go for that option, you're exploding.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's actually kind of a thing with Lokof's whole team is, you know, if I do the wrong confirm even slightly, you could just annihilate. Like Yamazaki and Luong rocking those problems.
Nice trade there, back to neutral. You see Lokof just canceling the snake arm, trying to build up some meter in the meantime while RINO is waiting to see what happens. Alright, jumping on in. Very nice, the air-to-air, and then going straight for the low.
Something we're seeing there a lot, especially from the MX players, is we're seeing a lot of these throws, whether they are being comboed or blocking a jump in. Always ready for the situation where there is a 1-frame gap.
Absolutely, you always have to be mashing that, but you have to be careful in that situation too if your opponent decides to start frame trapping you. But so far, Lokof is doing exactly what needs to be done against O.Yashiro, controlling the pace of this matchup. You can see he is in a rhythm right now.
Leaf's still alive though, but just not by a lot. This snake arm, doesn't even go for the snake arm, but any special move here, yep. And honestly, Lokof, that was the perfect play against O.Yashiro. Never let him get started, never really stood in his area for too long. Lokof kind of turning up right now.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing here from Lokof. Slow and steady wins the race against these explosive characters like Yashiro and Ashe.
Plus, yep. Plus again. That is the follow-up to the rush punch. There is a gap, but it is plus, I believe, 3, something like that. Oh,
nice. You see
Lokof spending the meter to keep RINO in the corner. And RINO instantly spending it back, saying, no, I would like to be back in neutral, please.
Good patience, though, from RINO. Able to finally get the touch there. Even though it's a trade, RINO is happy to take that one, especially with the health that you're going to get back.
We are going to be having the Geese come in once again. We have pretty much been watching character for character each game. Aside from the first one, oh, whiff on the counter. That is a very consistent Geese problem when they press the button, but it's just slightly too close to the ground so it doesn't proc.
Oh, that was an incredibly low to the ground overhead with the JB, getting so much off of it as well. I'm going to have to spend a ton of meter, right? We want to save it to just keep this pressure on, stay threatening.
Very interesting for Lokof going for this low option. It is punishable, but I believe he just doesn't really believe RINO knows the proper button to press.
Only their anchor remains.
Well, Max Power's taking the words right out of my mouth. We are down to the anchor here on RINO's side. Remember, this is a top 8 winner side qualifier, so if Ash cannot get the job done, RINO is going to have to climb a tall mountain.
For sure. And we are looking at 4 bars. That is 2 bars for the first, or 2.5 bars for the first TOD, 2.5 if he builds it for the second, but he does need to get that good starter going.
Oh, and I love going for the very first Rekka there, just to put yourself outside of the jump and punish range, right? Creating a little bit more of a gap. Very smart awareness from Lokof and smart awareness there to get the parry.
And we're seeing RINO is grasping for straws at this point. He's doing a lot of 4B.
Oh!
No, that was rude. You didn't have to. Oh, no. Why is it so much damage?
The Raging Storm with punish. Are you kidding me, Lokof?
So what I would like to believe Lokof like here is to see how they go about dealing with the matchup. Oh, yep, and just buttons.
Yeah, it's all going to be about who has proper spacing. This is a footsie's war, both figuratively and literally. Sticking out the legs there. Beautiful neutral jump from Robert, but is going to get tossed back into the corner, giving Excelancer a chance to bring things back.
Are seeing a lot of whiff punishes from both ends. Would not be surprised if that's something that they just know about the character.
There we go. Gets the throw. Oh, trying to chase down the guard cancel, but a good throw response there from Robert.
Yep, and you know, even if you play the character, you lose to it too. Low kick into stand CD. It's the 1-2 combo. We all get hit.
Absolutely. And we all definitely get hit by Iori. Iori coming in with a lot of meter. Should be able to cook pretty well. Disengages right off the bat, trying to look for a whiff punish in that round start situation, but isn't going to get it. Instead, he's going to get sent straight to the corner here.
Scum Gale gonna get a full route here. Still alive, I believe, actually. Oh yeah, just gonna go for the ender.
Yeah, we could have spent the meter to get the kill, but opted to hold on to it, which is smart, right? I mean, sometimes. Also, sometimes you should just finish your food. Now your back is up against the wall.
Yeah, and every little bit of damage that Excelancer gets here is going to be extra credit because this character should have been finished off.
Oh, the Rekkas, yep, just mashing it out there to try and get the kill with Chip is going to work. And now Excelancer has a lot of meter here. Max meter with Shun'Ei, and God, he is going to need it in this matchup.
Oh yeah, this is really bad for Shun'Ei. Like, almost all of his mix-ups outright lose to 2B. Actually, kind of surprised we didn't see it there. Maybe Robert not know. Oh, what? Confirm the far C into 6A. Oh no.
The reset into the overhead as well. Absolutely brutal. Level 2 is enough to kill. And you know what? Maybe Shun'Ei's kind of tight. Nope. Nope. He said nope.
We'll kill that right now. We're done with that one. Nah, this character is rough. Excelancer is just that good.
Yeah, I know. Even Hellpockets will say he ain't good.
Nah. All the old believers, they're just like, nah, he's not here. Oh, and a whip on the DP. Robert looking a little bit lost here against the Shun'Ei. Oh, no.
Mixing it up into the low this time. Good old Krohnen, but that super actually did not connect, so that was some meter that you didn't need to spend.
Why was he even able to whiff cancel it into gun?
That's a good question. That's a good... What? Why the hell was he allowed to do?
Oh my god. Alright, so I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret, guys. I'm gonna snitch on Excelancer. I'm gonna snitch on Shun'Ei. Every time you see him air dash, you roll. Because he can only hard read it. There is no OS to deal with it. But Robert, not listening to commentary.
Hey, no coaching, no coaching.
Oh no, I'll coach. Yeah.
You don't know, Robert might have it on.
That's gonna be amazing. Robert's gonna roll it once, and then Excelancer's gonna hard read it and TOD him, and I'm gonna be like, all right, plan C, just eat it.
Just don't get hit.
Yeah. That's actually the answer to Shun'Ei. If you just literally never get hit, because you really shouldn't be getting hit by the character, you'll be fine.
Okay, we're actually going to create some space here. Iori is going to be on point. We do not want to play the Luong mirror match to start things off. And, you know, I can kind of understand that from Robert's side of things. Mirror matches are never fun.
Definitely understandable. And we're seeing a lot of the Iori sweep here.
I mean, 2D is just an incredible sweep. And when it comes to range, it is going to be your longest range poke against a character like Luong, right?
True. Excelancer jumping. That Scum Gale is going to get the full confirm here. Or stand, nothing there though. Ooh, and this is gonna be big damage on AR Robert's side.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of mirror to work with though. Gets the jump in, but doesn't get confirmed afterwards. And Excelancer nearly able to capitalize on that moment and does after that trade. You have to think, if Robert just had a little extra mirror, that could have been a completely different round.
Most definitely. And even though Robert tried to avoid it, we were back at the Luong mirror. Oh, and the WoW Rising full confirm.
Back up against the wall. One more touch is all Excelancer needs. And just built up the meter there with the whiff special.
Oh, yeah.
Brother.
So what we are seeing there in that setup, the Luong players, they do the falling normal and then do walk back stand D. And if you are trying to throw OS, you will get annihilated by her standing low.
Right now, it's going to be Krohnen doing the annihilating. Gets the stop with the overhead. I love the frame kill with the 2A as well. You see that all the time with Krohnen players, just to time that meeting.
Oh yeah, there's the button of all time. JCD from Krohnen. Ooh, the whip on the JD, and this is going to be a full confirm here. Would not be surprised if we see all the meter and a drop.
That was unfortunate. Not only do you lose a character, but you lost some meter that you could have potentially used as well. That's going to give Robert one extra advantage. Still going to be a tough comeback here.
We have the Shun'Ei coming in. Krohnen, a character that can easily force his character to stand still. Again, it's Excelancer controlling the character. You have to beat them before you can beat the character. Full confirm.
EX upper arm. Into the overhead. Man, Excelancer has been landing these mix-ups all day, but wasn't able to confirm after that one. And that is going to cost him dearly.
Oh, the walk back low is going to blow up the throw tech attempt, and this is going to be a Shun'Ei disappearing in our face going into the Geese.
So you want to see a magic trick?
That's a really cool setup you have there. I'm just gonna take you out of the game. Oh, what a low profile! Look at that meter.
With punish as well. Looks like it's Excelancer who's being a little too predictable now. The harassment with the 6A, just when you think you're in a safe range.
For the low. Yeah, mid-screen is very hard to punish it, so no surprise there. And Geese really just needs a single hit. Doesn't really matter what type of hit it is. Oh, she could have been ended there, but it would have been a very hard confirm to go for.
Just hit him with the raw grab. Raw super grab. Raw super grab.
Show him on! Oh, and there's the far B. Level 2, and we are going to be seeing AR Robert leaving the loser side bracket and Excelancer going into top 8.
Very solid performance there from Excelancer, a convincing 2-0 victory. Geese, I feel like he was the MVP of that game as well, which is interesting to see. I feel like when people play Geese on their team, it always feels like he is
They're the best. The Shadow X is the best. Just pack it up, guys. We can't even win on Twitter anymore.
Here we go. It is going to be Iori versus K-Dash. So here's the thing. Both of these players very familiar with these characters, right? So you're going to see some very high-level play. ViolentKain trying to rush in a little bit there, but Shadow X gets the neutral hop. Straight into it. Solid punish.
It's actually funny. You get hit with that OTG EX projectile, and you see people get mixed up there, and you're like, I don't know how it happens. And then it happens to you, and you're like, oh, this is Messed up.
Come on in. Wide. We do build up another EX. Oh, we don't even have to spend it. We actually do get the DP juggle there to close out Iori. Solid lead now for ViolentKain. But I don't think leads really matter too much when it comes to these two players. Both of them are known for incredible reverse OCVs.
Well, that is true. They are both masters of their respective characters. That is for sure. Wow, that was a lot of damage. While rising normals. Yep, this is very hard for K-Dash to really deal with. The 2C will whiff from these areas.
Oh, a nice roll back, but was unable to actually get the punish there on the overhead attempt.
We are seeing a lot of defensor meter being used.
Absolutely. Just needs to try and keep this lead going. Great out too, just checking with the 5A, throwing out the big far C and getting a solid confirm to tie things up. And I think when it comes to that K-Dash mirror match, Shadow X is going to have the leg up, right? He just has more experience with the character.
Yeah, definitely agree, but we do have ViolentKain's Iori. Ooh, we're going to be seeing the optimal combo. This was added to this version of the game.
Brother.
That was 2 bars. I guess that's okay, right?
Did he really need it?
No.
Did he really need it?
Nope. Literally not at all. The only problem he had was low damage off most hits. Only problem.
Well, they heard you and they said, let's give him high damage off everything now.
Yeah, that's actually kind of sick. They're like, oh yeah.
High damage. There we go. Shadow X is going to shut down VK's Iori. It's all up to Mr. Kyo Kusanagi, but you're going up against the best Kyo in North America here.
For sure. Definitely ViolentKain, a player that dropped the character a little bit early on in the game's lifespan, but this version is still going to get the same input errors as the rest of us. We've all been there. You do the Rekka, and you get Orochinage, and you're just like, oh, this sucks. Overhead. It's so hard to block consistently, and there it is again. Overhead again? I would have done it. And he is the best Kyo in North America. I do want to say this is true. We all get Shadow X'd from time to time.
I mean, absolutely. You know, it can happen to you. It can happen to you. And it doesn't matter even if you are the best Kyo, right? You're not going up against Kyo. You're going up against Shadow X.
Correct.
Like you said, this man came out of the womb with sunglasses on. And the first thing they did, once he took his first breath and started crying, before they even gave him to his mother, they put that Clark hat on him.
Yep. They did a little thing where they swiped the brim on it too, so he could get used to the input.
Oh, no cross up is going to get in there, jumped a little too far. And now both of them slowing down the pace of the match substantially from game 1.
Yeah, and it's so scary to see because both characters are very explosive. Iori a little bit less with left meter, but
whoa. That was just unfortunate spacing there from ViolentKain. Could have gotten so much after calling out that fireball.
Oh my god. ViolentKain is getting schmicks. Well, not anymore.
Oh, and the EX scum. He threw out a normal too and still got scooped.
Strike invul command grab on best rush down mix of character and
KOF.
Yeah, I just oh, big confirm here. Not gonna do the most amount of damage, but about 300 to 400 damage there.
Oh, delayed Rekka, very nice. Normally you don't see the Rekkas get delayed too early on in a match, and then neutral hop's gonna get that empty low.
And something we're definitely seeing here from Shadow X is ViolentKain is definitely known for his Abare attempts out of pressure. And Shadow X, instead of trying to frame trap it, is just like, hey, you can press as many buttons as you want. I'll just command grab you.
And is able to bait out the DP as well. Knowing how... God, I'm getting jumbled up in my own words, chat. Knowing how to bait out DPs is an invaluable skill against a character specifically like ViolentKain, who has absolutely psychic DPs.
Most definitely, especially with a lot of these characters whose DPs do not work too well in the corner when you were jumping at them. The knowledge that Shadow X is given.
Shadow X letting his own DP rip, trying to maintain this lead and put the hurt onto ViolentKain.
Yep, and we're actually seeing there Shadow X showing pretty good knowledge about Kyo. After the EXDP, no, okay, he did it again.
Two
Jesus,
wake up,
ViolentKain.
two reversal DPs. VK is just always ready, willing, and able to DP at any time. You have to respect that. You have to be ready for it.
Yep. ViolentKain just reminding you, not all pressure in this game is finite. It's not, oh, this is a punish. Oh, but only gets the gets the throw.
Oh, nice challenge there with the Rekka just to get a little bit of a punish. Not too much. Too far away to go for the second hit of the Rekka, I believe.
I can definitely find this being a little bit weird for Kyo inside the neutral. Iron Trigger is really hard to deal with for most characters without projectiles.
Yeah, the problem, though, is that you do have to make something happen, right? You cannot afford to let the clock run down and deal with a Clark who has so much health. But you know what? You actually don't have to worry about that because I think you're dead here.
No, he's still alive. He's still alive. Yeah. This Super does very little damage.
Oh!
Level 2. Yep. Gonna charge it just a bit. It's the level 2 version of the level 2 Super. There's 3 levels of Orochi-Nagi.
Ooh, and is able to grab. Leo get the tables.
He's probably gonna go up to. No, there was way too much on this table. I cannot flip it. Oh yeah, he's at 150. This is less than a touch from Clark. Oh, try to get the JB cross up very hard on most situations, and that's
there it is. The Frankensteiner. You see, normally when you go one-on-one with another player, you've got a 50-50 chance of winning. But Clark's a genetic freak, and he ain't normal.
Do you know the whole one? A little bit. And Nakoruru definitely has the buttons to tell O.Yashiro, like, stop. Just sit down. Let's play an honest game. Okay, well, that was a fun time. Remember the honest game?
About this.
Ends up messing up the setup. I think Nakoruru might actually be too small for that cross-up C to work after the command grab.
We love hitbox shenanigans. Sends out the bird there, but that's not going to stop RINO from attempting to jump out. Oh no, just getting opened up right now.
Oh, yeah, she's dead. Rip. Well, Nakoruru is a really cool character. Did you guys see the bird? Did you know the bird's in 30? You see the bird going left and right? That was amazing.
I love this game.
Bird was like, I don't know where to go.
I love the quirks of this game. But now B.Jenet is going to have to pick up the slack here. That was a pretty brutal round there from RINO.
Backdash Hugh. Something that also should have been taken out, but we are enjoying B.Jenet all the same. Ooh, Ro's actually going for a delay 2B after that fireball. You do not see that often.
There's the guard cancel though, trying to create a little bit of space. Wow, RINO actually jumping right into the fireball as well. Good light confirm. Beautiful corner carry as well. The corner carry for B.Jenet is very strong here. And then she has really good corner pressure right on top of that, right? Especially with her meaty fireball.
Yeah, this is definitely a character that is talked about as being top 1, and just watching players like Romance, you can definitely understand why.
Yeah, she definitely survived the culling of Team Garo.
Yeah, that was crazy, right? Like, they just ignored her. They're like, oh, we hit the Farsi, it's good enough. But this song is such a banger. We're gonna get the Force tech out. I have never seen somebody actually do 3D into Whip, or into Hugh before.
Get the jump CD. No fear. RINO is still just jumping in. Doesn't matter if the fireballs are coming out.
Oh, and it's for reasons like that. Romance messes up the anti-air once. Well, it was twice now, but and look at all this damage RINO is getting free of charge.
OTG, yes sir. Hammer Fist coming on in. You have to be careful. Do not want to get touched. And you saw RINO backing up to try and force Romance to have enough room to overextend just a little bit there, but it might backfire now that Romance has some meter and has a lot of space to work with on the screen.
Yeah, and Romance is definitely showing to RINO, like, hey, I'm going to roll your setup. You better show me you can OS it, and RINO has not responded yet. Oh, there's the 2C. I need to start putting this song in my playlist. I can't believe I don't have this on there.
It sounds like some Donkey Kong country music.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that the best? When Yashiro's on the screen, it all makes sense.
Absolutely. Ooh, the quick mode confirmed, though. I wonder if Romance was expecting that CD to connect.
I'm actually kind of scared about what Romance was going to do if that stand CD connected. I've never seen stand CD quickbacks from any character in the game.
RINO doesn't even need the match to confirm. It's just dishing out the damage here. DPing a last-ditch effort to survive and escape from the corner, but is it going to be enough here for Romance?
It's really hard to deal with if you're not properly used to the situation, but the guard cancel is going to finish it.
The guard cancel does a minuscule amount of damage, but it still does damage. Very rare to see that kill, but there it is.
And we didn't really get to talk about it because Romance's Yuri didn't get to play all that much, but Yuri is a very agile character, definitely known for her high jumps and high damage, but a character like Yashiro, that 2C does not care where she is going.
Absolutely, yeah. You're going to be throwing out 2C in neutral a lot because as slippery as she is, if you get that counter hit 2C, you are cashing out.
For sure. And let's see if we can see a bit more from this Nakoruru. Sadly got taken down very... Oh my god. Oh, never mind. I keep forgetting that RINO just doesn't really care about what you do.
No, and I don't think RINO is going to respect your pressure until you actually prove that it's solid, right?
Give me a full confirm. Oh, she's dead. All right, well, this Nakoruru champion is really cool.
We didn't get to see a single bird up so far tonight.
At least we
Not
get
a single one.
The bird going left and right. That's my favorite part now. I actually only want to see O.Yashiro versus Nakoruru for the rest of my life.
I just want to say bird up so bad, but they never do it.
Is bird up when she clings onto it?
Yeah, she's birding up.
That's gotta burning up. Good block on the cross up. Forcing RINO into the corner using JA as a pressure tool. All right, Romance, you're just better, I see. Oh, it is definitely Nakoruru. That is for sure.
Oh, and going for the neutral jump as well. Wanted Romance to try and challenge. They let a Shatter Strike rip, but RINO actually doesn't get aggressive afterwards. That's interesting to see. Kind of playing this matchup a bit slower. And that's what it is, right? RINO actually does really respect Romance's B.Jenet. Recognizes that B.Jenet is a substantial threat, so he cannot go too crazy with it, right? Needs to be more careful about the approach.
For sure. And I do want to talk about Romance's decision for combo enders, not going for the 3D hard knockdown that we are used to seeing. More opting for the tech out. Probably did not have to deal with the reversal situation on Leona.
Yeah, and that is very important too. Yashiro does have pretty strong reversal options, and the plan is going to work out here. We are able to take down Yashiro without taking too much damage here to B.Jenet. But now you have to get through the second one. We were talking a lot about how he's going to how he can catch Yuri with his solid anti-airs. The same goes for the matchup against B.Jenet.
Is for sure, but what B.Jenet does have in this matchup now is the advantage with the C normals. Last patch it was definitely a bit of a different story with how old Yashiro's 5C was, but now B.Jenet can definitely fully, never mind, she's done. Why don't they talk in tournaments? Oh, he's still...
God, that level 2 does a offensive amount of damage.
It's pretty scary. You're just like, oh, I think I'm good. And then you get hit by the last punch, and you're like, oh, well, my jaw's missing.
I'm actually offended by it. Oh, and I am offended by this confirm as well. OTG with the hammer fist for sure. Get that extra damage. Why not? Get that bag.
Oh my god, and RINO being very ready for the demon flip.
Even close C, just close C is such a solid anti-air tool as well, right? If you have a close C that reaches up, you don't even have to worry about 2C when they try to jump in on you.
Was able to get a clean hit, but sadly no confirm off of it, and Romance is looking more and more lost as the seconds tick down.
Yeah, I mean, we are getting stray hits, but we're not able to really lead them in anything big, and that is what you need in this situation. C gets the low, finally gets a clean jump up, but goes for a reset instead. Okay, that's all right. Still able to take the round. That could have been very, very devastating, Leo.
And something we can definitely talk about that we haven't talked about before, Yuri actually, of this patch, has extremely strong zoning. Her charged fireball has a lot of durability on it, and I'm curious to see if we're going to see it take place here when we know that Ash is going to be throwing his own.
Oh, the deep run in there too. Interesting.
There's that fireball, but RINO, knowing the size, gets a free hop over it. This is so scary for Romance. He's playing so patient.
And there it is.
He's the best.
Absolutely into the climax.
Oh, hold on. He said, look at my nails. I just got them done.
You rarely ever get to see that climax there, looking like the tornado of souls from Megadeth. Very nice. RINO moving on the top 8 loser side.
Put all these on together. I look good.
This is 90s as hell right now on my screen.
Loki, this fit from Kyo, kind of vibe. I may have to steal this.
The white leather? Yeah.
The white leather with
kind of tight.
With leather jeans too. Gets the medium. Close B is plus 10 trillion.
And so is blocking a DP.
Not too sure if that overhead was on Oh, Shadow Strike, the best character in the game. The super here. It's a bit of a meaty, not really a setup though. Anywhere juggle.
Ooh, Deathlick Driver. Nowhere to run. This is a no-fly zone. No DPs allowed either.
And something that you notice from Shadow X's Clark that you don't see from a lot of other Clarks, he mixes up his after elbow enders so consistently, you know. Sometimes he'll put you back full screen, even if they're mid-screen, and... Oh, so live, never mind. Sworn you got a DP after that.
Ooh, and what a fade back normal there. Very nice. That's also pretty effective against Clark, right? As long as Clark is not predicting that you're going to jump, so he goes for the Deathlick Driver, it is going to get you out of the range of his grabs, of his DP, of most of his normals as well.
Bit of Iron Trigger. You know, I think I've watched this matchup like 5 times this tournament already. Crazy? K-Dash for K-Dash? Feels like it just keeps happening.
It's the K-Dash era.
I really wish it wasn't.
People are realizing how absolutely nutty this character is, and they are starting to put in the time to work with him.
For sure, and we're just showing off that nuttiness right now. Actually doesn't go for the super, decides to keep it a bit of meter.
You have to remember, though, you may pick up K-Dash because he's strong. Shadow X has been playing him since the game released, okay?
Oh, yeah. Definitely a believer of the character, even when he was considered to be pretty weak in 1.0, not rocking a cancelable far C and things like that.
And now, DarkAngel is down to his last character here in the first game. Beautiful jump in there from Shadow X. Full control, taking 50% of that health bar. Put the glasses on.
Where is his life at? This was 2 bars!
Hey, you know how it is. It's happened to you before. I know it has.
This happened many times to me. Ooh, goes for the OGG again. We're going from corner to corner. Hey, look.
Yeah, you cannot count Iori out. If you block Iori, there is a good chance that you are going to push all the way to the other corner, but finally the level 1 is enough. Explosive there. Shadow X takes game number 1 in our winners top 8.
Yeah, and that was definitely props to Shadow X. That hit confirm was ridiculous. Saw the Iron Trigger hit, decided to go for the punch follow-up, which is noticeably negative if blocked, and was able to cancel directly into the super.
He's kind of nasty with it.
Yes,
I will admit.
It's okay. He's won a few tournaments, I guess.
Yeah, he's all right, you know.
Yeah.
I could take him if I wasn't doing commentary.
You know what? I would maybe put a penny or so.
Thanks for believing.
All the love that I can give.
All right, there's the jump CD, trying to create that pressure. But Shadow X starting to press out immediately here again, using that 2A, really good press out button for Clark. And this is where it gets really scary. Runs up and throws the CD. If you get tossed twice in a row, the round's pretty much over. There it is. All right, Kyo's dead. That's my prediction.
Shadow X isn't even like, he's not even baiting things anymore. He's just like, yeah, I know you're afraid to block. You're afraid of command grabs. You're afraid of things that aren't even here yet, so I'm just gonna throw you.
And he's trying to get the fancy DP. He's trying to bait out the DPs, be a little fancy, but he is gonna get the 2C. Rolling Death Cradle, not quite enough to do it. And the turn punch roll with the chip. And what did I say? If you get thrown twice in a row by Clark, that's it. That's it. The round's over. I don't make the rules.
Hard to come back from it. And definitely something that we saw there was DarkAngel really reaching into the bag of tricks, going with all 3 Rekkas with Kyo. That's when you know what Kyo is. They're trying to grasp onto anything they can to get the thing started.
There we go, already into the Frankensteiner. I love the space that we're seeing from Shadow X, trying to force DarkAngel to run into that far C, but instead he's going to run right into a throw. And the range on that throw was absurd, too.
Oh, yeah.
Putting him all the way in the corner.
We're going to be seeing a full punish on the 2C whip from Shadow X, though. Oh, doesn't spend any more meter. Doesn't want to go for the level 2.
Oh, the reversal Frankensteiner. You're nasty.
Yeah, these Frankensteiner anti-airs have been absolutely ridiculous.
But here we are, back to the mirror match. Last time we saw this, Shadow X took it pretty convincingly, right? But DarkAngel does have some meter to work with. I think you're going to have to spend the meter if you get the opportunity, but actually you might not, depending on the routing. Yeah, you don't.
Jesus.
Who needs a miracle?
He does so much damage. Off every hit.
Give Clark a gun. He's got 2.
Dude, he is a gun.
A boy is a gun?
Gets the knockdown. Safe jump. A little bit of pressure here, goes to the Iron Trigger. That Iron Trigger situation you're in right after is so rough.
Oh, and the jump CD counter hit, so we are going to be able to get a massive confirm. Are we willing to spend even more? Yes, we do.
Wow. It doesn't go for the OTG there. It's
No.
a RD. Oh.
Whoa. Had to have been a missed input in that situation, but is able to bait out a DP. A bit scrambly there in the corner, right?
Most definitely. Now we are looking meter-wise. You know, Shadow X does have the lead in meter, but both characters, seeing as they're the same ones, they definitely do mad damage on any hit here. Probably not going to see. Oh, I lied. He's going. He's spending it all here.
Level 2. Oh my lordy. It's the OTG. One more touch and he's got it. Okay, 2 more touches and he's got it. Free.
DarkAngel is trying to get anything going here. He's running for it a lot.
Oh, but the 2B quick mode confirmed classic.
Oh, goes for the reset, but Shadow X rolls out, and the command grab reaches nothing. Shadow X is going to run in to finish off the round.
I thought that DarkAngel had a really solid idea there with the 2D. Unfortunately, Shadow X calling it out with the hop in. I believe that was Mr. Howard. That's
Mr. Howard. Sorry, you know, sometimes he's even allowed to go by his first name if he chooses after the Mr., but he is Mr. Howard.
See, the Geese on the right, Lokof is, how are you doing, sir? And Excelancer is, she calls me daddy too, all right?
And both, either way, say die 1,000 deaths right after, or die forever, or however they're feeling.
But so far, Lokof doing a really good job just harassing with a lot of these light normals, especially just the 2K, or the 2B, excuse me, and the 5B.
We're seeing a lot of matchup familiarity from Lokof, low profiling, just kind of moving. Oh my god, did you see that 2B to go under the fireball? He is flexing.
Oh, just walking out, and there you go. There's your answer. You don't want to get crossed up, just walk forward.
Yep, that is the answer.
It's
not
that
many people
simple.
do it.
It is that simple.
The character, or the player that's the best with the character, I would definitely assume knows how to do it.
Okay, I like how we're just throwing out these standing Ds, right? Not only is the far D a pretty solid poke tool, but it's a good anti-air tool, and you know that Shun'Ei likes to go for those jump-ins and for those air dashes.
Oh, probably went for that heavy fist to try and catch the guard break, but Lokof being very confident in his health.
Beautiful guard cancel into the punish as well, getting good reward for spending that meter, but you couldn't keep the pressure up, unfortunately, and getting a little too happy with these guard cancels. Lokof sniffed it out that time and is able to shut down Shun'Ei.
Yeah, it is very hard to guard cancel roll Geese consistently, and right there, Lokof showed, you know, if you do it, you better press that button with confidence, because I'm pressing close C, and close C ended up winning this time. See if Excelancer is going to be able to get anything started with this Luong. Sadly, doesn't even have that much meter to work with. Is only rocking 2 bars.
That's all she needs. Good lord.
I hate this character.
You and everyone else.
Yeah, why did that do so much? But Lokof still with a healthy lead. Excelancer is showing off some expertise. He's going to be able to take out this Geese pretty early on.
Yeah, that's one of Geese's biggest weaknesses, right? Has access to an air fireball, but God, the recovery of that air fireball is unbearable. And against a character as quick and as long reaching as Luong, you are getting punished 9 times out of 10.
Most definitely. Not to mention Luong does have a sweep that reaches half screen, so, you know, if she really wants to, she could just throw it out. Yamada. This character is so hyped to watch. Yamazaki. Gonna get the throw. Gonna get a mix here. Gonna go for the cross up. What a block on the cross up. You're not hitting Lokof with that. He plays the camera.
Throw as well. There's the snake arm. The snake arm is pretty good in this matchup too because it actually pushes out Lokof so far away that I don't think Luong has too many options to challenge after that, right? Even though she has really long range moves.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the matchups where Luong is really looking to get into your face and start doing her amazing pressure.
All right, low snake arm is going to connect on the second hit.
Ooh, that is a whiff. That is actually very punishable. I believe it's somewhere around the -15 area. Definitely like to see more players getting optimal punishes there.
Yeah, the fact that you never see it though, right? Not surprised that Excelancer wasn't ready for the situation, but they are ready to guard cancel immediately.
It's every time. Lokof is too good.
Not only able to block the cross up, but getting the throw punish every single time as well on top of that.
And I'm definitely curious to see, is Excelancer going to start going for the same side situations now? Maybe going for a little bit more throw baits regarding the pressure? Because those cross-ups, 10 out of 10 times, got blocked and punished.
Honestly surprised we were going right into the rematch. I would have expected we put Geese on anchor.
Yeah, an order swap, I definitely feel would have been a pretty good idea, but, you know, Excelancer is there and we are here, so let's see what he can do with it.
Yeah, just to be able to avoid this mirror match. Oh, I like the idea to try and go for the cancel on the CD, but Lokof is just so active. Maybe a little too active, right? Excelancer finally getting a parry.
Oh, my God, we get it. They're both predictable. You're the same person. Obviously, you know what you gotta do.
Predictable jokes are my favorite. It's the easiest thing to slide into commentary.
Right?
Oh, same brain cell there with the double Arapuken.
That's his is -2, but Geese is rocking multiple 4-framers. Actually, I believe it's only 2A, but either way.
Oh, and guard cancel out. Recognize that guard gauge was starting to get cranked a little too close for comfort.
And what we're seeing here, the difference in the corner pressure is every time Excelancer gets something started, Lokof jumps and gets the jump successfully.
Yeah, it's not only the difference in the corner pressure too, it's the difference in the knowledge on how to deal with Geese. Lokof is getting punishes at every single opportunity, even if it's not like a massive punish. He'll throw out 5B, right? 5B to just hit you, gets a tiny bit of damage, and then gets to take his turn. And that is also what is making the difference in that mirror match.
Definitely. Let's see if the Shun'Ei is going to be able to do a bit more. Not even just with the Luong, but Lokof was ready to block all the mix-ups from the Shun'Ei. But Shun'Ei can be pretty tricky.
And again, just keeping this pressure here in the corner. Geese really knows how to crank that guard gauge. One more block string and it might get blown up, but instead it's going to be Lokof here who gets blown up. We have the mirror to get the kill, and we absolutely spend it. Finish your food. Good stuff there from Excelancer.
Yeah, I definitely like the idea of spending the meter there. Looking at the Geese with 3 bars is one of the scariest characters in the whole game, but Yamazaki with 4 is just as scary.
You do not want to be hit by that climax there. And the X throw is going to be the start for Lokof. Again, giving so much corner carry on just a throw.
I feel like this whole set has been in this corner. Like, whether it's Excelancer in it or Lokof in it, it just seems to keep happening. Probably going to be seeing a guard cancel roll in a second here.
It makes sense when you have when all these characters on each team are just so good at carrying you coast to coast. Unfortunately, Shun'Ei is not able to play the game at all and is going to be kicked out of the team here, and it is all up to Luong to make this comeback and keep Excelancer in winner's side.
Yep. And Excelancer definitely got enough knowledge last. Okay. Well, Lokof being the player that he is was like, oh yeah, you haven't seen me do this one before.
Yeah, and it's difficult because, like you mentioned, this is a matchup where Luong wants to get in your face. Lokof knows that, so he's starting to capitalize on it with things like the Shatter Strike there. But here is a beautiful guard cancel punish from Excelancer. Can they maintain this corner pressure? No, they cannot.
Not even allowing anything to start up. Going into level 2, bang her head on the ground. I think you had a bug back there. I got it off, and you are gone.
And the poison adding up over time, too, in that super. Lokof, incredible performance, 2-0 over Excelancer damage, and that is what sets her apart from so many different characters.
That is for sure. Let's see, AR Robert, what are we doing here inside the new choice? Seeing a lot of jumps here. Maybe making RINO really think about what type of options he's going to go for later on. Oh, okay. Yep, that's the roll button.
You gotta play a little bit more of a lane game, but unfortunately, RINO is always ready for the jump forward there, getting the anti-air grab. Didn't have too much fear to actually get much off of it, though.
Fancy D. Oh, actually ends up letting the low rip, so he was not able to get a confirm off that stance. Very upsetting. And what we're seeing here is Robert is doing a lot of WoW Rising normals to really deal with O.Yashiro's amazing jump-ins, and they have not worked out for him so far, so I'm curious to see if Robert's going to start changing it up.
And we're still seeing so much patience, only 20 seconds left on the clock. RINO does not want to get too greedy against a character like Luong.
Oh, and there we go. It happened again. The low getting, being let loose, and stopping a combo from happening. I mean, at this point, I'm sure AR Robert is not in the game anymore. Oh, actually,
yeah.
Should still be alive.
We are, but only 5 seconds left. Gets the low with the 2B. You know he's going to try to go for that chip damage.
Yeah, O.Yashiro definitely not known for his chip damage, but he does have the hammer move, and the only real way to stop that move is to up back and be above him. So definitely smart on RINO's end there.
And I like how Robert is still just willing to kind of run away there at round start, right? You don't need to get too greedy with it. You know that Yashiro is going to be dead in one touch, so force him to come to you, force him to be uncomfortable.
Now or never.
Now, this is a matchup we are definitely used to seeing last patch, but now it is much different with Yashiro rocking a bit of nerfs and Krohnen not TODing you off anti-airs.
That is true. Unless you're in the corner, then, you know, it's no holds barred.
Well, all the Krohnen players tell me not to think about that.
Oh, we are in the corner here. Unfortunately, though, for Robert, he is the one who has the backup against the ropes. But with a lot of these jump-ins, that's giving Robert some space to escape, and escape he does. Not for long.
Oh, that was definitely supposed to be rush punch, but that whip DP looks very rough.
Ooh, and there we go. Just checking again with the 2B into the slide.
GG, guessy wessy. Yep, and you guessed wrong.
Stomped right on his dome, and now RINO is down to Ash.
Now this is
in
easily
rebar.
one of the most boring matchups in the whole game. But it's always exciting when Robert and RINO are in it, because you know they are not here for boring.
You call it boring, I call it tense. Whenever
is.
Ash is on the screen, I feel my muscles tense up, right? It is always going to be feast or famine for this character. Stomp.
Yes.
Now we are in one-touch kill range here.
And that is going to be the end of Ash. Robert's going to go up 1-0. Kind of making quick work of that Ash.
Absolutely, yeah. Normally you see Ash survive a little bit longer, just like we see Old Timer come through with the $10 direct contribution to the match RINO. Thank you so much for the support. And I also see all of you jumping in there and utilizing the sponsor quest. Thank you. You are just adding even more money to the pot to help support these players and support TNS. Because remember, the higher the pot gets, the more people enter.
It's true. It is a 1-to-1 ratio.
Now we're jumping right back into it. No order change here on RINO's side. Still believes in Orochi Yashiro on point against Luong.
Seeing a lot of these full jumps in the corner, and it kind of makes sense. It's kind of hard to deal with O.Yashiro's jumps like that.
Oh, and the J.A. in.
Yeah, that normally is cheap. That thing is active for, I believe it's 10 frames. It's interesting. Ooh, big combo here.
And RINO was getting a little too greedy. It was really trying to get that guard break going, right? And Robert recognizing that, just throwing out some safe low to middle buttons.
Well, let's see what we do on the defense here. This is a 50-50 with layers. Good
Same
block on the
side.
side.
And the close C finally is able to score the cross up, though. You can only block JC for so long. And now Krohnen McDougal coming on in.
Yeah, and he has a lot more work to do this time, but he did kind of run through RINO the last time Krohnen was on the screen, so let's see what happens.
The difference here, though, is that O.Yashiro has much more health than he did before, right? So RINO is allowed to make a few mistakes here, but so far no mistakes have been made. Goes for the same side yet again. I think we need to start representing the cross-up.
Now, I will say with the cross-up, it's a little bit harder against characters like Krohnen because they can cross-cut it, so they can do the DP on the other end. But RINO definitely needs to show the option.
Might not actually have to show the option here if we're going to get into super, into the mix-up.
This is dead. No, this is just dead.
Oh yeah, you're right, this is dead. I always forget how much... This super does an absurd amount of damage. I feel like I say it every single week. I'm like, no, he's going to live, and then no, it just does it. And I know it's because of the scaling, right?
Yep. And I've talked with Steve multiple times about it because you always see O.Yashiro players when they have 3 bar just do level 2. The level 2 does 8 less damage than the level 3.
Yeah, so why not?
Right.
The scaling on the supers is just insane here. Great corner carry, though. Pushing. Good escape, though, from Robert, recognizing that he can roll out of the way. Has 5 bars to cook, but needs to find a good hit. DarkAngel is going to be enough here to kill O.Yashiro.
Oh, greedy with the meter. Oh
my good God. You hit his life flash before his eyes.
Oh, this is still alive, but your gets USing here. And if Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't there.
All you had to do was spend a little extra meter. Oh, there we go. Able to get rid of O.Yashiro, but at what cost, Leo? At what cost?
I mean, I always believe in Iori, especially with this much meter, but playing against a player like RINO, you're definitely not in advantage. That was kind of sick. Hold on. Okay. And Robert is playing really safe here with his pressure. Going for the level 2 again.
Wow.
Consistent.
Just believes in it here. I mean, you have to make those big money moves if you want to get back in this match.
Yeah, I can't 100% say... Oh, well, this is definitely... I can't 100% say I agree with spending the level 2 to go for the damage just because of his explosiveness. But as you said, Robert being as far behind as he was really needed anything for him.
Yeah, just to get something started. Damn, once a bastard, always a bastard. I mean, I know the lore. I know they hate each other.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, there is blood, there is beef, it's all there. It's
what
actually
does Yashiro
really
play again? Is he the drummer?
No, he is the let's see, it's Shermie's vocals, Chris's keyboard. I believe Yashiro is the bassist.
How about Chris's vocals?
Is he vocals? You know what? Yeah, probably. I give up. This is an instrument.
You can't have a bass player and not have a drummer.
It'd be kind of sick though, right? It'd be like something just seems off. Like, where's the beat?
He gives me drummer vibes. Chad, what's the lore? Let me know. I always forget. Alright, here we go. Good spacing from Robert, just utilizing those long legs. Look at that, just going for lows. The tip, staying at the tip of these button ranges as well.
And we saw there, Robert got the hit, but he didn't go into full damage there. Really need to take every opportunity you get against RINO and just run with it.
Oh, and Robert actually not going in, right? Wants RINO to jump in to try and force the situation, but when RINO does, he gets flipped onto 2C. Oh, he is buffering. He is buffering, saying, please, please short hop in on me.
So I just want to grab you. I just want to give you a hug. I just want to grab you. I just want to grab you.
And you see RINO just waiting for the right opportunity to strike here like a snake in the grass. There's the jump in, harassing with the 5Bs, but it's not
never
enough.
seen that hit like that before.
And there we go, JA, just enough.
And that was very chaotic ending neutral there. It was pretty much just neutral the whole way through. RINO was the only person that got a full combo off and kind of ended up being the ender because of it. full punish on the command grab. That command grab has recovery. Like a solid, like, I want to say it's inside the -20s. It's kind of crazy on it. The normal Yashiro coming in, and we're pretty much having a repeat of see if Robert is going to be able to run away with this. There's
Come back.
Shermie on keyboards, Chris is vocals, Yashiro is guitar. Now we know.
Oh, the 6B, 6A, excuse me. Here. There's the DP finally coming out. And the fake out, empty jump low, classic. We all get hit by it.
Oh, and look at this pressure. RINO is so afraid to stop.
I mean, you have to respect Krohnen when your back is up against the wall like this. He just dishes out an unbelievable amount of damage. But finally, RINO is able to escape. We're going to go for that coast-to-coast confirm here. Now it's your back up against the ropes. There's the OTG. We're going to go for the overhead. Yes, we do, but it's going to be blocked.
Whoa. Okay, finally gets an interrupt. Oh, yeah, Robert cracked. Robert definitely cracked them.
And this is so good for RINO, right? Being able to stay alive just a little bit longer. You are not going to send Ash down to only having one bar to work with, right? That would have been so scary. But the goal here is survive. You have to build up enough meter for Ash.
A lot of trading here. RINO loving that 2C right now.
I mean, if we can kill Iori, that would be great, but you are one touch away from dying. Dude, you need to build up some meter here.
It is kind of hard because Yashiro is rocking a lot of recovery on the command grab, as we said earlier, but, you know, even just like a whiffed command grab once or twice just to get that small amount of bar. We do have Ash in with two.
This is final game, final round.
It sure is, yep, and this is a good start for Robert, that is for sure.
Yeah, RINO up against the wall here, but still, that is a lot of meter to work with. No, he misses the activation.
That's not good.
That is not good at all. Remember the rules. If he hits it, I stop talking. Let's go for the cross up there, but Robert rolling out of harm's way. Even letting the DPs rip just to try and build up some extra meter once that level 3.
To the double hop, nothing there. RINO very quick to guard cancel low back. No counter hits.
Yeah, and a full jump as well. Able to score the throw, sets up the kiss of death. And there we go. Didn't even need a big fancy combo, just gets the overhead into the low. RINO moving forward in loser side top 8. Playing Kim on the middle position. Kim definitely is very good at spending meter to get that big damage. That is something I have definitely seen.
Yep, and I can imagine it's something like the Shermie syndrome or the Ash syndrome last patch where, you know, their meter usage is extremely strong, but just in case, you know, you get that S tier anchor there.
And we go for all the hits of the Rekka, including the low. Good fuzzy defense here from Juan, able to avoid getting hit by these overhead jump-ins, and just with a wake-up DP from so far away, it's going to connect.
Extremely strong anti-air option from almost anywhere on the screen. Knockdown, safe jump. Deep pressure, yeah. Making sure Kyo is definitely far away is K-Dash's best friend in this matchup.
Yeah, and now we have this pressure here in the corner, but you need to maintain it. That whiff Rekka actually giving BK a little bit of room, but he only goes for the neutral jump.
Big combo. This actually should be... Oh, it decides to go for a bit of a smaller combo.
Ooh, too high on that JB, unfortunately, but is still able to pick up the victory here in the first round. Not at a loss, though, right? Kyo is hurting really bad going into this matchup against Iori, and I feel like Iori does better than Kyo does against Iori. Let's just say that.
That is definitely for sure. We're going to go for the OTG. Going to get a bit of a pressure here. Yep, and that's going to stop any type of jump out or throw attempt.
It's time. He's got the butter. Let's see what he's going to cook with it.
Oh, he's using the extra bouncy pants today, too. It is a known fact his OG outfit has less bounce. Fun fact.
Alright, so unfortunately I haven't been able to see too much about this character because I've been so busy, so this is going to be exciting to see.
Oh, doesn't go for the level 2. So that JA is his go-to cross-up. That cross-up is pretty disgusting. You definitely get hit in places you have never seen before.
Yeah. As one nothing excess would say, the urge to JB or JA.
Oh yeah, that is for sure.
There's a nice run-up throw. And there we go, Scumgale able to take the corner straight into the fireworks here.
I'm curious to see if we're going to be seeing that DP damage coming in play here. Gets the hard knockdown. He does get a safe jump off this.
Yeah, whenever Kim actually does either the heavy or the EX DP, they do receive a hard knockdown off of it, but that is going to be the end of Kim, at least for this first game here. Put in a pretty decent showing, though, against VK's Iori.
Yep, that is for sure. Definitely showing a bit of expertise on the character, but here he is. You know, I never see this color, this yellow color, and I'm starting to understand why. This is atrocious.
I don't think it's too bad. It's at least like a respectable shade of yellow. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's mustard yellow. This is straight mustard.
It's brown mustard.
Oh God. Oh, brown mustard is really good.
It is really good. Spicy mustard.
Yes. I don't know why I called it brown mustard. All right,
The boar's head. You know, the boar's head mustard.
Oh yeah. I used to work at Publix. They had that joint everywhere. Oh, it was done.
Oh, the little check though with the 2A, able to score the throw.
Yep, so these are throws in King of Fighters 15. Oh, this is death.
That is a level 2 fireworks with a level 3 to back it up. Yeah, you are done though. Actually, no, we don't even need it.
One. Blah, blah, blah. You know what my favorite part about this is? Even if that did not kill, he still gets OTG after.
You're right, yeah. Cool. Egyptian yellow, like the pharaoh from Yu-Gi-Oh! I like that. That is a good description. It's like a sandy yellow. Exactly. I mean, it's time to duel.
Duel. Alright, so we're going to order select for Juan. And just a reminder, you guys, if you are new to KOF tournaments, win or lose, you do get the option to switch your order because you are still playing the same characters.
Yeah, so let's see. Are we going to put Kim on anchor? No.
Just wanted to take some time to himself.
Yeah, I can see that. Also, maybe trying to go for the mix-up, right? Getting VK to switch characters. And that actually is what it's going to be, I believe, right? VK didn't start off with K-Dash last time, did he? Or am I...
You're talking to the wrong one. I remember nothing except for what happened 2 seconds ago.
That's the commentator Goldfish brain.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Oh, funny thing happened. That thing happened 2 games ago? Yeah, I would remember.
He did start with K-Dash. Okay, excuse me. Chat has better memory than I do. I'll be honest.
Oh, well, they know everything on the player. Yeah. Ooh, both players just jumping at each other. Not really going for any fancy type of situations. Just straight up, I'm going to jump in. Are you going to deal with it?
And there we go, DPing again, right? And Juan going to answer back in kind. I love when the DP wars start.
Ooh, there is that recently buffed red kick from the last patch. It is +1 now. Don't ask me why. I actually cannot answer you. Ooh, going for the mix-up? Yeah, that never works. No one ever respects the mix-up.
Especially not BK, who's just always willing to DP.
Punish, yep.
Oh, yeah. You might be dead.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. It was all depending if he was actually willing to spend the bar, right? There's always the opportunity that, you know, or the chance that BK would want to hold on to that bar and believes we could just get some chip damage or score a lower overhead to close it out. But now here comes Kim.
Now here's the question. Can he get out of this corner? He did get out of the corner.
That is a... yeah, he got out of one corner, but he's going straight to the other.
Hey, look, this one looks familiar. I wonder if this is going to be the same thing.
Listen, he won't expect the EXDP again, all right?
I actually really wished Juan did it right there.
It would have worked. That's the best part. Oh!
There it is. All right. We have seen Kim do one combo in DPs.
Here's the thing, is that Kim just came out yesterday. It takes some time to get used to the spacing of those moves, right?
That's true.
So
And
unfortunately, just a little too far away on that DP attempt.
And a lot of players do agree he is definitely missing something in the neutral. So, you know, getting those combo starters is not easy.
What do you mean? Doesn't he have like half-screen moves that are plus?
No, they're all negative.
Oh, they're all negative?
Yeah,
Are they just not punishable?
They're pretty punishable. It's just a new character. But yeah,
I took a peek at the video that SNK put out, and they made it seem like it was positive.
Yeah, the only plus move he has is the heavy. He has like a move that like specifically goes over fireballs where he does like a spin kick. Not the 360 spin kick, but they all look the same.
Good lord, your health is evaporating.
And the last bar gonna save it for this next hit situation.
Yeah, that was a really nice full jump into, trying to bait out the DP so you can take the corner. Juan has been pretty DP happy so far this set. And it's coming back to haunt him now. VK is starting to adapt to it, starting to bait them out, get those punishes, and we are tied up 1-1 now in our loser side top 8.
Oh, and Mello is also correct. Him is also lacking a projectile invul move, and he actually only has a projectile invul level 2 super. Definitely a little rough in the neutral in some areas.
All right, characters are selected. They took their time here. That's because we are getting a swap. Goodbye, Kim. It was nice seeing you while you were here. Came by to visit for a game, but it is time to bring in B.Jenet. Bring in the top tiers.
Well, KOF, definitely a people pleaser. He was like, all right, it was fun, right, guys? We all had a good time, all right. Time to see B.Jenet.
He said, yeah, peace.
So did you guys see that one combo I did? That was sick. Now watch me do 1,000 with Jenny.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
All right, round start situation. ViolentKain trying to bait out an aggressive start with that neutral jump. There's the DP, gets the knockdown. Overhead is going to connect, just raw like that.
It's always funny to see, because we all get hit by that safe jump, even though it's off every hit he does. We expect there to be some magical new option. No, it's the same safe jump. What an early 2C from ViolentKain, too.
Oh, it's going to connect the 3D, but doesn't go for any kind of a follow-up afterwards. EX red kick, though, is going to allow Juan to score the first round. That is good momentum to start things off.
That is actually something Xiaohai was doing a lot in EVO Japan, was using that EX red kick to just whip punish fireballs, and it was working like magic.
It's almost like it's built for that.
Yeah, oh my god, hold on now. Are you telling me it's not just a...
It's almost like it goes over fireballs. That's crazy.
Nah.
No, but yeah, Xiaohai always, you know, pushing forward the meta, pushing forward the different strategies with characters.
Round 3. Ready? Go!
Here is the character swap B.Jenet.
Yeah, so let's see what B.Jenet can do here. I think she's definitely, it's the more comfortable pick, right? Kim is definitely new. B.Jenet is one of the best characters in the entire game, and Juan is no stranger to piloting this character either. And you see being very patient, does not want to get too aggressive against ViolentKain's Yuri. ViolentKain is a very explosive player, so good at converting off of these stray hits as well, so you do not want to be too risky upon your approach. That is why you're seeing so much patience here from Luong.
God, that stand deep.
Normally, B.Jenet players like to go in, right? They'll go in with the EX air legs, just the guy and try and get those plus frames to start harassing you.
Big punish here. Gonna still be alive, but definitely does not feel good if you were in Luong's shoes.
Level 2?
I lied.
Not enough to kill, though, even raw. That is unfortunate.
Good roll back and connect now.
All right. That point now for Juan KOF. Can he lock it down here and stop ViolentKain from moving forward in the bracket?
Round 4. Ready?
Round start's going to be very important. VK, once again, VK is opting to be very respectful at round start, right? Backing up to try and see what Juan is going to do.
Ooh, this is full combo here. Let's see if we're going to get the big combo. We are not. But either way, Juan KOF is going to be at advantage here, having Kyo in the corner.
Just throwing out the record too. Patient. Jumping CD is going to connect and catches. Looked like a back jump there from B.Jenet, just trying to create some space. Is unfortunately going to get shut down. And now it is time for the final game, final round. Iori versus Kyo with almost even resources. What more could you want?
Oh, from here. Oh yeah, ViolentKain's gonna do the good combos. I lied. Why do I talk so much? We're gonna get a punish on the first rack up. Definitely magic knowledge. Jump. Oh, he actually doesn't get to off the sideline. Great pressure here, though, and Juan KOF very lost, and this is going to be an end on the character, and ViolentKain is going to take it 2-1.
Great stuff there from ViolentKain, able to bring it back and moving forward in the loser side of the bracket here. Damn! They really don't like each other.
No, character of his team that is most talked about.
You are not wrong there, Shun'Ei. Definitely an interesting pick. People still feel really down on him, but the stock for Geese is growing higher and higher.
Oh yeah, especially as people start getting used to the neutral situations and his pressure, it gets more scary every time.
Yeah, you know, it's that insider trading with Geese. Here we go, gets a light knockdown in the corner, which is actually going to be able to bait out the DP. Huge start here for Excelancer, getting the early life lead.
Yep, that cross-up is so hard to see, but not going to finish off the combo.
We'll just need to touch, and there it is. That 2D, good lord, that reaches. Any Shingo players? I have not seen Shingo on the stream ever since he released.
I think he was in the first week he released. I think there was a single Shingo player. And
I actually don't think there was.
Oh no.
Here we go. Level 2 fireworks comes out. And ViolentKain trying to even the score very quick. What a frame kill! What an incredible frame kill there into the 2B to catch Geese slipping. You know, Excelancer probably woke up and was like, oh, he whiffed. I can finish this.
Yep. Normally a lot of players there, they go for the throw attempt, but sadly, Iori is outside of throw range after that little run move he does.
And roll backwards, create a little bit of space here against Shun'Ei. Shun'Ei has a lot of forward momentum here on his special moves, so you do have to be very careful about the range you're fighting him at.
And I can definitely imagine having to fight against Iori as Shun'Ei cannot be a fun time. Shun'Ei really likes characters that allow him to kind of go crazy in the air, and Iori is not one of them.
Iori is going to shut that down real quick. Unfortunate on the back roll there, just rolling with the fireball and getting punished for it. And now Excelancer down to his last character here in this first game. And Iori's looking good. He is looking healthy, no sweat at all.
For sure, but, you know, Luong with this much meter, you have to be just a little bit scared. Any touch here could actually be the death of Iori.
I love the guard cancel too. Keep the pressure on, trying to break that guard gauge, but unfortunately gives up the turn. That was the chance where you really start to get super aggressive, right? Break the guard gauge, take that damage out on Iori.
Gonna be safe. Yep, good tech this time. Excelancer getting a little bit of knowledge on ViolentKain's defensive habits against his character. What a 2C every time it hits.
And that was a late one, too.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
out there and active for so long, able to catch VK. And Excelancer has been doing a really good job kind of controlling the movement here of ViolentKain as well. He's doing a lot of hopping, but it's not really getting him anywhere so far. Oh, there it is. Just as I say that, okay, VK.
Still alive. Nope. Nope. They're gone.
Yep. Just enough there with the EX follow-up, was able to build up the meter in that situation, and that is why VK is one of the best, going up 1-0 here against Excelancer.
That is for sure. And what we saw there was a buff in the last patch as well, was every EX OTG move does do 50 damage. Don't know about that one either, but
Hey,
you know.
Remember when they nerfed the 2B confirms?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, nerfed?
Yeah, they should do that like 3 more times.
In quotations?
Oh, what a starter from ViolentKain, not dealing with any jump shenanigans that early.
Oh, the air fireball hits early there. That was scary because VK actually recovered before Excelancer hit the ground.
Oh, and look at this pressure. ViolentKain isn't even going for any type of like fancy pressure resets or anything like that. He is doing button, iron trigger, projectile.
Yeah,
Fight
like
me in my neutral space.
The projectile is to prevent Excelancer from trying to challenge with things like the 2D, right? Those long-range normals that Geese has, because once those block strings end, he's constantly trying to chase the backdash.
Go to the low. Seeing a lot of that low follow-up. Definitely needs to be careful.
Oh, but the far C. Give him the big left hand.
Tries to go for a sweet trip guard. Nothing there. Oh, and this is going to be a full. I lied. No full confirm. And this is going to be a punish on the punch follow-up. Should be a dead K-Dash.
Yep, pick him off the ground. I love that, doing the Rekka into the OTG. It's so tight. It's so tight every single time.
It's pretty cool. I can't lie. There's not a lot of things I like about this character, but that's definitely one that is a favorite of mine. Definitely not rocking a lot of health here, so Iori should be able to finish off this Geese with very little meter. Oh, I lied.
All right, BK getting a little risky here in a lot of these situations. And Excelancer being patient about the approach too, but it's not going to matter there. The run up close C is enough for BK to put Geese down.
We're going to be going into the Shun'Ei again. Shun'Ei was not able to do literally anything last game. So I'm curious to see if Excelancer has maybe a different game plan here. Good defense from Excelancer.
Oh, with DP, this is massive.
Yep.
And the mix-up in the corner. This is some of the best mix I've seen from Shun'Ei.
Oh, but what a drop. And this character is going to be on crutches when they get up from this knockdown.
I cannot believe that drop. That was absolutely tragic. That was so much momentum for Excelancer, lost in just a second there. Still able to kill Iori, but man, really at what cost?
That does not feel good. Losing this much life, gonna get quite a bit of it back, but when you're fighting Kyo, you need every percent. Yeah.
And when you're fighting BK's Kyo, to be more specific.
Oh yeah.
Great backdash though on the low attempt from the Rekka. Beautiful from Excelancer.
Alright. You gotta cook.
Yeah, hold up. Let him cook.
And CD, say pressure. Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're just the best.
Yes. I mean, we are willing to trade. Hasn't spent any meter, too. He doesn't need the butter. He's got a no-stick pan. Here we go. Just harassing with the blue hand. Still not going to be enough. ViolentKain. Just wait. There's the Shatter Strike.
Super smart. It is a known fact, so with Kyo's Rekkas, if he does go through with the first and second instantly, there is not enough of a gap to really get anything, but as soon as you see a delay, Shatter Strike, an amazing option, and Excelancer showing that there, ViolentKain has to be a little bit scared, honestly.
The rare Shun'Ei windscreen.
I actually kind of wish it when he won, one of the other characters came in and did their windscreen. They're like, yeah, get out of the way, get out of the way.
And here we go now, 1-1. Excelancer up against ViolentKain. And VK actually starting off a little aggressive there. Lately, we've seen him be pretty passive at round start, trying to allow his opponent to make a mistake at the very start.
Up follow-up is going to go straight into the corner, but Geese is not a character that is afraid to fight in the corner.
No, not at all, but a great rising JA there from ViolentKain. Ooh, and the CD. That CD is so good, too. Pulls back just a little bit, and then he steps in. A great whiff punish tool. Or a counter poke tool, I should say, to be honest.
What a hop. ViolentKain with the amazing spacing. Safe jump. Stand up. So cool. And back to the stage pressure from ViolentKain. Oh, okay, or you can just do full screen minutes back. That works too.
So VK gonna take the early lead here. Again, the match still went on for a decent amount, so not a lot of health. Yeah, look at that. Barely any health coming back here for K-Dash. Shun'Ei should be able to actually even this up with a good confirm.
Oh, and that is something to bring up. Shun'Ei actually does have very good projectile nullifying special moves. Just don't really give him any real benefit for doing them. That's the problem.
Yeah, the problem is, too, is that VK can fake out the projectile, right? He doesn't have to do the follow-up for the projectile there, so he can catch you slipping.
What a confirm. There's definitely height dependent getting that DP ender.
Oh, and the counter there with the big Farsi.
The close C, but nothing off of it. Oh, and we're definitely swinging for the fences here. Excelancer is going to lose out on those interactions. It's going to be down to the Luong.
Set point now for ViolentKain. Luong has a long road to travel here to stay alive in this bracket. The first victim is going to be K-Dash. Well, let's see. Goes for the jump in, creating some pressure here. And there's a beautiful guard cancel. Excelancer is doing a really good job with the guard cancels here so far, and those are going to be key to getting this OCB, this reverse OCB, right? It's good management of the meter defensively. We already know that Luong is good on offense, but you need to be able to get out of these sticky situations that ViolentKain is inevitably going to put you in.
Correct. Seeing the close C there from Iori. Oh, and we're going to get a full confirm here, but not a lot of meter still available. It's going to be about a 500 damage combo. I say about. Definitely under 500 damage, because 500 is half-life. It was like 400. That was close. Ooh, gets the cross-up.
Into the reset again. Woo! It is mix-up city now.
And I know Excelancer has to feel amazing about getting these cross-ups after playing against Lokof, who was blocking them so consistently. Excelancer is going to definitely be putting these a lot more into his game plan, knowing that ViolentKain does not have the same defense.
Oh, 5B. I mean, at this point, VK can just kind of stick out these light normals, right? Add up the damage, try and make it count. Gets caught trying to roll out of the way. Chip damage is a factor, and you see him buffering the DP.
This is so scary on both ends. Oh, and the forward kick is going to take out the Iori, and we're on anchor.
Do you believe, chat? Do you believe?
Final round. Ready, go.
Here we go. ViolentKain getting aggressive, wants to close this out right now, jumping in a ground start.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of up-backs from Excelancer, definitely knowing that command grab option with all this meter is on the table. Kain being a little aggressive in the neutral game.
Excelancer taking that opportunity to build up some meter there while full screen. Oh, and there's... Oh, drop it!
Okay, yeah, he went for the easy mode route, and that is going to be the end of Excelancer. ViolentKain with an amazing confirm.
What a stellar fight. These two know
Great
how to
stuff there. Moving on. This bracket is starting to dwindle down. We started with 60, and we are down to our final 4, our top 4. I love that purple color, too, on Yamazaki. It
looks
is
so
fire.
So, instantly going for the snake arm there. No real surprise. That is kind of the Yamazaki starter. I don't have to make a hard read to really punish it. Oh, and we have been seeing a lot of these inputs with the punch pretty early on, pretty consistently with these K-dashes. Gonna get the poison into a little bit of set play here. And here. And this is super hard to make a comeback from, even as K-dash. And that JB is going to be the end of the point matchup. Shadow X definitely was not able to get much started, but the Master of Iori easily make the comeback here and catch up the life difference. Oh my god. And it's kind of interesting to still see these Iori players going for Scum Gale as much as they have. It has really not been working out for them. Command grab. Lokof looking like he's taking advantage of Shadow X's defensive habits aggressively. Second Rekka there. Ooh, but a whip on the super. That super has a trillion years of recovery. If you are not punishing it, it is on you. Shadow X is going to finish off this Yamazaki accordingly. I lied. Okay, close enough.
And we're tied up.
Sadly, with not much health though, still below half, is gonna have to work his way in against Geese. Very smart thing. A lot of Geese's setups don't really lead to cross-ups, but he can kind of cheat them out of you if you end up holding down back against him too long. Ooh, full confirm here. Oh yeah, this is definitely a dead Iori here. We're gonna be going into Shadow X's Clark, and the best Clark potentially in the world right now as well. Mission start. Oh, a hop over the command grab. These command grabs have been doing absolutely nothing from Shadow X, and that is a lot of damage. Alright, but Shadow X is getting a bit of a start here.
Oh, gets the 2C, but nothing afterwards. Wasn't too confident in it, but the JA is gonna be enough. There's the EX tackle. Put you back into the corner with the rolling death cradle.
Oh, this is going to be a full confirm here. I don't believe they're dead. No, they definitely are. Alive. Oh, standing overhead. That thing is actually unreactable. I believe it's 8 frames.
8 frames. That is fast.
Yeah, it's completely unreactable, but it is noticeably punishable on block. So, you know, it's kind of low reward, high risk.
But here we go, Clark versus Luong in the anchor battle now. Lokof already taking to the skies. Run up command grab, no fear in Shadow X's heart.
None. The chop? Get that leg out of my face. Stop that.
Oh, but here we go. Run up throw. Lokof has some grabs of his own.
Very interesting here. Most Luongs go for the cross up, and we're actually seeing nothing there. Just kind of going for a run up meaty. Oh, this is a full confirm. This is a dead clock here. We got a full combo.
Yeah, keeping it really simple. But you know what? Sometimes simple is effective, and Lokof is going to be able to take game number 1.
All eyes are on the winner.
Yes, Clark's close D is an overhead, and it is a very fast one at that.
And it's airborne, so you can't throw him.
They actually nerfed that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They
nerfed that.
did.
Yep.
It was in this update, right?
Yes. Each patch, he has gotten a grounded move. In the first patch, Frankensteiner used to be airborne. They made that grounded. In the most recent one, his stand D was airborne, and they also made grounded. So it used to be dummy. Wow, very aggressive DP from Shadow X. They're probably not going to take the type of oppression they got the match before in this matchup.
Oh, and you see Lokof is just trying to harass with these snake arms. Again, just getting a nice punish there, able to block the DP. Like you mentioned, Shadow X being very aggressive with the DPs, but it's going to start paying for it if he's not careful.
And this is really scary because you're pretty much at a chip situation here.
Yeah, one snake arm. Oh, doesn't even need it though. The JB is enough.
Won't give up that easy.
And this is pretty much a repeat of last game. The K-Dash was taken out very early on.
Round 2. Ready? Go.
Oh, just sliding on in with the Rekka. He's able to get the overhead actually for the knockdown pressure still on. Great poke out though from Lokof. And again, Lokof is just kind of going into the style of snake arm harassment. Even if you're whipping the snake arm, you're building up meter, right? And that is so important with a character like Yamazaki, one of the best batteries in the game, honestly.
Gonna spend the level 1, 2. I don't know how to describe it. It's the second level 1.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
and
TD cancel.
okay, we're seeing Shadow X be a little bit more patient here than he was before. Before he was definitely going for a lot of first Rekkas, just kind of neutral and going into the second. Definitely a lot slower here, making his way in.
Low snake arm there. Oh, the roll forward. That actually could have been really scary, but Shadow X had already committed to the backdash. And the guard cancel too. That guard cancel was to push Shadow X closer to the corner so we can close off the space for him to play.
That Farsi is not going to hit anything, sadly. Still alive, but this situation is horrible. I forgot he had an instant overhead. Why did he have that again?
Because he needs it. Anytime you ask that question, why does X need it? Why do they have it? It's because they need it.
Because they need it. Keep that in mind. Keep that one back in my lockbox.
You can tell them I taught you that. Over there, nice anti-air, trying to go for the low snake arm again. Lots of low snake arm coming out from Lokof too. Surprised Shadow X hasn't tried to go for these big, just call-out jump-ins.
For sure. Oh, and there's the command grab, having throw invul as well as armor.
This song is fire too.
Stand your ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Shadow X he's definitely #1 right now on the DJ station. He is getting the aux cord on the road trip. Excelancer though, talk.
Sheesh. Here we go, jumping in. The amount of guard damage that Geese does is kind of absurd off of one block shot, right? You always have to be so careful about it. Be careful about this level 2 super as well.
And he always puts you into that first Rekka situation when you're really just like, all right, I need to get out, but if he does the low, I'm stuck here, so. I know that pain.
He had so much time to see that too, like to understand the mistake that he made.
Overhead, max mode cancel. This is going to be the end of Geese here. Gonna go straight into the climax. Ooh, put him in position, put him in position. So let's see how form-fitting this suit is.
There we go. And what's that? Broadcasting the stream in a bar in South Carolina? That is tight.
Kinda sick, low-key. Yo, let me know the bar. I might roll through.
Yeah, huge shout outs. Thank you so much. Hope you all are enjoying it. And what a level 2!
Lokof really just had to be like, you didn't think I had that, did you? Cross up, gonna ignore the shadow strike. The safe pressure here, no overextending.
Ooh, okay, just the EX. Lokof going up 2-0 right now against Shadow X. What did we say, Papa Leo? What did we say? Lokof is playing out of his mind tonight. He is looking like the one to beat.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, it's not like Shadow X is really doing anything complete or too incorrectly. It's just, Lokof is really just winning these interactions and just optimizing off every time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's just playing the neutral so well, right? Controlling the pace of the entire match, and that's the difficult thing to deal with in neutral in KOF is when your opponent is just setting the pace and forcing you to make the mistakes, right? You're playing off kilter, you can't really get into rhythm. That is what Lokof has been so good at tonight, is keeping his opponents off rhythm.
That is for sure. And it's definitely, like you said, it's a skill that even newer KOF players, you'll start to get the hang of not only taking control of the rhythm, but also forcing your opponent to play that rhythm. And Shadow X is not being able to force Lokof to play at his.
Yeah, but let's see if Shadow X is going to finally be able to get some rhythm started here, start to gain some momentum in this matchup. Yuri is going to be on the point here against Yamazaki.
Oh, we got the OG music. It's OG. Well, I guess OG. I meant an OG, but it's close there. It's close to it.
Is it the music power up?
Oh, it definitely is. Actually, I believe in that game, Iori wasn't that strong, so K-Dash definitely was there. That was top 1.5.
Yeah, picking up decent pressure. I think putting Iori on point was a really solid decision here, just dominating Yamazaki, and that is the best start that Shadow X has had all set.
Definitely. It's very interesting to see, too, because Shadow X just stopped doing Rekkas. He was doing a lot of first Rekka in his pressure into second Rekka or just raw first Rekka, and he literally just did like, Farsi, okay, I'm done. Yep, Gum Gale, super hard to deal with in that situation. Is outside the throw range as well.
All right, a little too predictable with the jump in. Again, cranking that guard gauge, but afterwards, Lokof, I think, might be just a little too hesitant to try and take the turn back, allowing Shadow X to just immediately start off at that these box strings end.
Oh, definitely going for the chip out, but you cannot do that against a player like Lokof. That mix-up is so ugly. It's so good.
Oh, what a whiff, though. That could have been huge for Lokof in this, but unfortunately is going to go down to Luong, and Shadow X trying to cook up an OCV here.
So I'm kind of curious in chat, why do you guys think he did the counter? Because I know why he did it. I'm trying to see if anyone in the chat knows. Nice. Why did that hit like that? Oh no, this is going to be a full confirm. Even went for the auto combo. I do want to say the reason why he went for that counter is he was actually expecting Shadow X to guard cancel blowback to get the last bit of damage, so.
Did y'all win the pop quiz?
Nope, you guys all failed, so guess you're stuck here until next week. Detention for a week straight.
Shadow X's Clark is just so terrifying here. Oh no, he got the wall bounce, so wasn't able to get the pickup with the EX. Meter spinning, gets caught, he tried to get away, but there's no escape.
What I've learned in boating school today is if Shadow X runs at me, I've already lost.
Just simply don't get grabbed.
Ooh, goes for the low.
And the hesitation on the chase down there, right? Just trying to see if Shadow X is going to attempt to go for that reversal Frankensteiner or throw out a 2A just as a check. I like it. Stopping short. You want to try and get the whiff punish in that situation. And it ended up working, not in the way of getting the whiff punish, but in the way of just still being able to maintain that pressure.
Something we're definitely going to notice off the bat is the meter difference. Shadow X is rocking 3 bars and Lokof isn't even rocking 1. So curious to see if Lokof's going to go for a bit of meter building here.
Well, that is 1 bar gone there, able to bait out the guard cancel. No punish on it, unfortunately. This is huge now for Lokof. Just getting the hard knockdown, being able to start running some offense. What?
I think he's actually still alive here, though. Even though the lack of scaling on Shadow Strike Chef going to be alive with a pixel here. What's the option? Just a delay low to catch a road tech.
Has a bar. Oh god, that is so scary. The fireball, the threat of the follow-up, but instead is going to get the slide, kicking her right in the face and putting a point on the board.
Yep, Shadow X is not going out without a fight. Showing it here.
So I hope we never meet again. So please get Luong away from me.
All right, going to order select. This is something Shadow X does pretty often. Curious to see seeing any changes, and we are seeing the Iori put on anchor this time.
Ready for a battle of titans.
Yeah, okay. Interesting decision here for Shadow X. Iori worked so well on point. I wonder why we're going back to Clark point. Maybe he was expecting Lokof to change things up a bit?
Round 1.
Which is interesting because I'm not too sure what matchup Shadow X would be so scared of with the Iori, but you know, again, they're there. We're here.
Oh god. Okay, yeah, so Geese is losing this round by the decree of 2 grabs.
Oh yeah, it was 2 grabs.
It does something to you mentally, alright? It does something to you mentally.
Oh yeah, it makes you hold up back every time you get knocked down from then on. Ooh, what a counter. Oh, it doesn't even go for the OTG. Just gonna keep his pressure going.
And look at this, he's just jumping in at him menacingly.
So scary. And there's the hit confirmed from Shadow X, that JA having a crazy amount of hits done on it.
Beautiful poke out from Lokof though with the 2A, but it's still not enough to get out of the corner. Has the mirror to get the kill.
Wait, no, he's breaking the rules! He cheated.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Geese, it's Geese, all right? Geese is a cheater.
He not only cheated, he actually changed the rules. He was like, not when I'm on the screen. Like, what? Read the rules again.
Screw the rules, I have money.
Oh, this is true. Interesting decision. I think that may have been an input error, maybe a Eintringer attempt.
He's going to take a lot of damage here, though, for his troubles. And I like the way that Lokof was being patient in the corner, but again, that patience is kind of coming back to haunt him, where he's just giving up these turns, because every time he leaves a big gap to give up a turn, Shadow X answers and seems to squeeze out damage. Like, Lokof just gets clapped.
Oh, and we are seeing a lot of aggressive options from both sides at 99 seconds. And both have been punished accordingly. By the way, this was like, what, 2 bars for 80%? Just want to talk about it.
Yeah, but out of meter now. Gonna have to build it back from scratch. There's the aggressive guard cancel. Lokof unable to keep Shadow X locked down in the corner, though. He's just proven to be so slippery. Gets him back in once again, so he's going to get a second chance here to capitalize, and is able to get the anti-air low.
Now put him into the corner here. Ooh, delayed throw. What are we doing here? Oh, walk back command grab. The range on that is ridiculous, and we're going to get the finish off with the OTG stomp him out.
Very nice stuff to see here. And now Lokof threatening Shadow X. Just needs to take down Iori, so he's got a decent lead here. Almost half of a bar built up on Yamazaki. Of course, Iori is sitting at 2 bars, so any hit could potentially be fatal. So we're going to see Lokof kind of slow things down a little bit here. Try and force Shadow X into his pace.
Super slow play. Oh, no confirm off that JB. Maybe it's this matchup, actually. Shadows does look very uncomfortable with Iori versus Yamazaki. Ends up getting the throw punch there.
The level 1? That's not even a real reversal. There we go with the EX stomp. Can't believe he just let that rip. What is it with these Yamazaki players and just throwing out fake reversals?
So like, you really don't think I have one? So I'll show you how I don't have one. You're like, what?
Oh, it is a true reversal? Oh, see, I always thought that the level 1 itself wasn't an actual reversal. Shows what I know.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong super. This is correct. Yes. The level 2 is actually only 1 frame more impulse.
But only 1 frame. So you spend an extra bar for 1 extra frame. Okay.
It's like 300 more damage, or however the game is feeling at the time.
Score throw. Bodega. And you see a lot of KOs try to use that Bodega just not only as a preemptive, you know, counter poke, but as a way to move yourself forward as well and assess the situation. Sometimes they'll go for the follow-ups too.
Definitely a button to talk about of this patch. Kyo stand CD, putting in so much work. You can't hop over it, you can't jump over it, you can't Amare it. What do you do?
Alright, I like that crazy space. Trying to go for the EX, does it again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. You'll never expect it the second time.
So there's a secret that we talk about in the other Discord. Whenever you're below 200 health and Kyo has 50 meter, you just wait. You're like, he's gonna do it. The EX Rucka is coming out. Like,
there's the CD. Trying to go for the Shatter Strike there as well. Oh, we're gonna see. He is. My man is mashing on CD right now.
I love in the background you can see ViolentKain has it set to saying at ViolentKain.
Yeah, at ViolentKain, you gotta advertise.
Yeah, you understand. He knows what this is. Oh, the JC starter. This is definitely going to be an entry here. See a lot of Kyo's Bodega. I actually never noticed it until one of my friends brought it up. They're like, yeah, he says Bodega. I was like, no, he doesn't. I was like, oh, no, he's really saying Bodega.
And there we go, CD again. I mean, that's neutral, right? Jump CD, standing CD, they're just such incredibly solid tools here for Kyo to go for those counter pokes, and he gets a lot of reward off of them as well, especially on those counter hits.
My favorite part is that we went from Kyo K-Dash to them swapping sides, having Kyo K-Dash.
There you go. CD trying to jump into the other side, but is going to get caught by the low. DarkAngel does go for the big corner carry combo here, also allowed to get the hard knocker. Whoa! Okay, he got caught not blocking.
Oh, whiff on the DP. Doesn't matter much. ViolentKain's not able to get anything started.
Remember, this is, forgot to mention too, this is 2 out of 3.
Correct.
So we are down to the last character here on BK's side. Goes for all hits of the Rekkas. No punish, actually, from DarkAngel. Uh-oh. You're dead.
Yeah, it just depends on how much meter he feels like spending, which is only going to be half a bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the Iori thing.
You can only watch it but so many times before you just get so numb to it. You're like, oh, 2B starter dead. Oh no.
Who would have thought? Who could have seen it coming?
Didn't they take this away from normal Robert in like 1.0? So it happened, guys.
It's Iori privilege, all right?
Oh yeah, he needs it, right? Working level 1.
Back to forward. Tried to go for the JCD, but DarkAngel was just mashing on the 2. Excuse me, BK was just mashing on the 2B.
I'm telling you, Iori rots your. Oh, still one more situation though. This is super scary. Okay, Iori rots your brain because you get the 2B starter so many times that you're just like, come on, just run into it. Come on.
You just whip it a bunch. You sit there and whip it 3 times. You're like, hold on a second.
You said, but imagine if it hits. I literally win.
Well, DarkAngel is 1 game away from moving on here. We are going to go straight into the rematch. No order change needed. Both of these players believe in the position that their characters are in. You know, it was, for all intents and purposes, a pretty back and forth game here. So I think VK definitely can make some solid adjustments here to take it to a game number 3.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Yep, and that iron trigger is really hard for Kyo to deal with 99 seconds.
Hard to even deal with in general a lot, actually, right? It's just a really good way to create space, and if you can keep Kyo out with solid spacing tools like that, with fireballs as well, that's where you can kind of have a difficult time.
Yeah. And then if you don't do it, you end up here, where you're getting guard broken by JCD and 2A, 2A, 6B. Yep, because these are all guesses. You do have to guess between the frame trap or the hops.
Solid whip punish, but unfortunately did not get too much off of it. A hard thing to believe, though, is VK is, after getting guard broken, still winning. And that's just all damage adding up from the different pokes, right? Playing that strong poking game and able to get the follow-up on the DP, getting rid of Kyo right off the bat.
Yeah, that was just optimal play from ViolentKain at every part. Just really, he kept his composure after being guard broken. And, oh, okay, well, maybe he got his anger out with that minute spike right there. He's like, hold on, let me just... Your face was looking a little lonely. Let me add my foot to it. Big pressure here. Anywhere juggle. DP. Doesn't get a safe jump off the life one.
Ooh, too high to get that confirmed. That was unfortunate. VK is getting caught by that pretty consecutively to knock down another guard break. Interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see because normally players of ViolentKain's caliber normally kind of choose an option to get out. Once their guard gauge gets a little close to low, but maybe he's just feeling very confident against DarkAngel and just like, you know, guard crush me if you want, I'll be alive.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see though, because also you would expect something like a guard cancel coming out from VK, right? Trying to go for a guard cancel to get a punish. But that's just not what we're seeing, and even after 2 guard breaks, VK is still firmly in the lead here, putting DarkAngel on his anchor character.
Yep. We all know that pain. Not able to get the follow-up after the stand CD, but Wound is going to be a full punish. Yep. Back up.
Yep. The legs. All the way in the corner. Soft knockdown, so we do try to catch the pickup.
Ooh, uses the close A to actually catch Iori for the anti-air, and DarkAngel looks very lost here. But he has 4 bars, so how lost can you be, right?
Oh, there we go. Nice long-range poke at the OTG. Time to get some momentum started. DarkAngel has the mirror to make this comeback, but you have to play smart. And we need to make every single hit count.
Definitely missing some punishes here.
Yeah. Oh no, he was so scared that CD finally got a chance to go in where the CD wasn't going to be effective, but VK immediately lets a DP rip.
5B, 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 5B.
This is just the start of a new
We're going to be going to 1-1. ViolentKain showing a completely different attitude during that match. Just being way more patient on defense and just kind of taking his time and optimizing the hits he gets.
I know, and I just cannot believe he was so firmly in the driver's seat even after getting guard broken multiple times. Usually when you're getting guard broken, like, that's it, right? You're losing, but still just able to keep control of the match even while playing a very turtley style.
Ready? Go!
Oh my god, Kyo's first rack. What a hitbox. Alright, automatically back into this corner. And this is normally where ViolentKain gets his guard crush, but let's see a lot more aggression from ViolentKain this time.
Yeah, definitely trying to just check the CD. Here can do the pressure in.
We'll confirm here. We did learn that there is a safe jump off this. Oh, doesn't even go for it. Goes for Nixie Wiki.
What a freaky looking cross up too. And so
Yeah.
DarkAngel is able to take down VK's K-Dash. Pretty quickly too. Kyo is super healthy going into this mirror match.
Ooh, what an anti-air. DarkAngel showing off very strong that you will not be jumping for free against me.
So again, just wraps up the CD, but VK letting that DP rip. It's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when ViolentKain is going to DP.
A full confirm.
Oh, and the JP gonna clip him with the overhead. Level 1, DP level 1. Yes, sir. Cash it out.
Super good from ViolentKain. Last time he went for that exact same setup, he actually went for the cross-up. This time, same side. Up the options.
3, ready, go!
Oh, nothing personal, kid, but VK is ready to block it. Challenging back as well. This time running in, starting to incorporate a little bit of throw into the strike throw game.
I've not seen many throws at all throughout this 2 out of 3. So.
No, it's really just been all buttons. Even something like an empty jump throw just to throw your opponent off guard, because VK is just willing to block so consistently.
Same setup. Okay, no, this time DarkAngel ready for it is just going to tap. Like I'm tired of dealing with his grandpa.
And you see the spacing here from ViolentKain, staying outside of that jump in range. That is the KOF zone, right? Staying just in full jump range that the short hops will whip. Wow.
ViolentKain's Kyo definitely showing why he is one of, if not the best with the character.
And now it is down to Iori here for DarkAngel. Familiar story, but will DarkAngel be able to bring it back, or is this where it ends? Alright, soft knockdown, but of course going to chase with the JCD.
That was a very aggressive option from DarkAngel, but it didn't fully get punished, so he does have another chance here.
He's able to score the low and gets the pick up afterwards. Did not just stop at the low, committed to the full thing, and that is going to be huge now here for ViolentKain. One more touch is all he needs.
3D out of hit stun. Oh yeah, he's a Kyo player, and ViolentKain is going to take that 2-1. Sadly, we will be saying goodbye to Yuri. Got put up there in the tier list, same with Kyo. A lot of these players have been playing these characters since their release, so they are so happy to be able to play them again. And ViolentKain, you are no longer allowed to have the Ox King.
Yeah, very patient there around start. VK was just willing to sit back and build up meter while ShadowX just kind of evaluating how to approach. Hopping over the fireball here.
Oh, whiff! Oh, Scum Gale, yeah, right into the corner. Definitely wouldn't be looking out for those Scum Gales when you're out, when your back is to the corner, because a lot of these Iori players love mixing up your thought process.
Absolutely, but VK holding his ground here is going to get sent out by the Rekka series, though. But again, ShadowX just creating space. An interesting way to play this matchup. He's kind of sitting back throwing fireballs here, but the damage is adding up.
What a DP. Oh yeah, you are not getting. Ooh, oh, that was so smart.
There is no health in his health bar.
No, it's right there. You don't see it. It's like.
I mean, there's about to be some. There it is.
This is exactly 100 health. I guess it would have to be exactly 101 health.
Just barely.
Oh, ViolentKain, I would like you to never use that bar B again. I would really not like to see the can go.
He just got blown up for the 2D there. Lost over half his health, or just exactly half his health, but is going to get a lot of that back. 49 seconds left on the clock. Nothing too bad.
Now or never. Ready, go!
It sounds like...
Oh, what a jump in! He's still alive, right? Okay,
Yes.
he is. You know, you gotta question sometimes.
Just barely.
Kim was allowed, and we did actually see a Kim today. Definitely check the videos tomorrow. They are up on YouTube. Guys, nothing really there, though.
All right, setting out the fireball, running behind it there. Running behind it just to stay a little safe on the approach because VK is at such low health, and the JA is going to be enough to get rid of Iori down to Kyo here. Remember, this is 3 out of 5, so VK has a game to spare.
Ready, go!
Okay, ShadowX, I see you were not trying to deal with any 99-second option from Kyo. Oh, and this is something to definitely bring up. Throughout the night, we have seen ViolentKain get annihilated by this overhead. That is -2. Super smart for Shadow X to stop.
Yeah, and the hop back as well, right? Trying to force VK to overextend. And overextend, VK does actually with the quick mode. Spent that meter for nothing. Oh, great challenge. Farsi.
ViolentKain looking a little lost here, and still has a 3 bars, so he can make the comeback, but it is going to be very hard. And that kick is going to clear it out. Shadow X is going up 1-0. Curious to see if we see ViolentKain maybe go to an order swap, maybe put the Kyo a little bit earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a good idea. Kyo does put in a lot of work, and he doesn't necessarily need the meter to get cooking.
Definitely a character that can be played anywhere, but we will be seeing him still on the anchor as they both press play again.
Yeah, it looks like we're just going to go straight into it, though. And I do respect kind of sticking with your guns also, right? VK is very good at adapting. Usually, if he loses the first game, he's not going to change order right away, right? He's going to try again and see if he can, you know, figure out exactly what we're wrong.
Definitely one of the players that are like, it's definitely me, you know, let's find out what I did wrong here. Go towards the characters. What a taco, but no confirm. Probably looking for a close beat. El Duffel 5C.
Oh, creating some space there too.
Get the whip on it. What an EP! These are, I mean, these are two of the best dragon punching players on the planet, so no real surprise how consistent they are with them. Yep,
Oh,
anywhere
there
juggle.
we go. Yep, anywhere juggle is such a valuable tool.
I know this character.
Never seen him in my life.
Learn a thing about him inside this game. Whenever you see any player play, apparently. Gonna go for the super. Doesn't get any crazy setup here. Is that a safe jump? It's gonna be so ugly if it is, but I believe it. Yikes. ViolentKain getting no chance to play the game.
At all. I mean, you're going up against the K-Dash, right? Shadow X is the K-Dash and the Clark, it feels like.
Ready, go!
Alright. Good patience here. Look at this. Just playing outside of the normal KOF range, right? We're nearly full screen. No one wants to make the first move. Alright, setting up Fireball again. These Fireballs are not working too well. I mean, they are forcing Shadow X to hop in, but Shadow X is more than happy to hop in. Would probably be doing that anyway without the Fireballs.
I definitely feel like ViolentKain going for this bit of a zoning idea is not working out the best move, but that whip punish with the Farsi definitely will. Ooh, low, low, low.
Level 2. But we don't have enough to close it out quite yet. And K-Dash is still has enough meter where he can... Oh, yeah, you're dead.
The whip on the command grab. The drop of the
combo too far away to actually get the confirm there. Misjudged the spacing.
No one wants to win.
Oh, okay, the tip. Again, a little too far away, but able to get a clean jump. And my man jumped from so far away to get that punish here. And now VK is down to his anchor. Shadow X is threatening to get a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, something that's... I was going to say, something that's definitely not talked about nearly enough. K-Dash's JD is like actually one of the best buttons in the whole game. See how active and how much work it's putting in for Shadow X here. A good player with that button is very scary.
Yeah, and you see VK here, looks like he is just constantly buffering into DP to see if Shadow X gets a little aggressive with that jump in. But is still able to shut down K-Dash. And again, round start situation, VK has been pretty passive. I expect that's going to stay the same here against Clark. Ooh, nice, there it is. The buffering finally came out. Just run up. Just walk up.
What a real one.
Just a leisurely stroll.
ViolentKain needs to be very careful here because it was not recently found out, but Clark with 3 bars can definitely explode your health bar if he needs to.
Oh, absolutely. You don't want to be adding up these trades either. Nice EXDP, gonna take a little chunk off. All right, backing up too. Backing up and creating space here against Clark is very important. If you can force Shadow X to make a mistake on the approach, you can get that punish and finally tie things up.
Wow. I think he's dead.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty sure he's just dead.
Oh, he's dead.
And he said, move the arm here, move the leg here, move the head here.
What a pile driver. What a pile driver. Incredible there from Shadow X. Up 2-0 against VK. That is quite the lead. But you know what? We have seen VK make plenty of 3-0 comebacks, not only in these online tournaments, but in the big offline majors as well. So it is not over yet.
It is for sure.
So the question here is, what does VK need to change up, Papa Leo?
B.Jenet would be a good addition.
Say, get rid of K-Dash.
Yeah, get rid of K-Dash. B.Jenet is a really cool character, you know, DLC. I actually don't really know. They're both just playing at such a high, consistent level. I will say, out of all of ViolentKain's characters, his K-Dash has done pretty much nothing at this point. If he's able to just get a little bit more life out of that K-Dash, then we'll see something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we didn't even see like a switch to Krohnen or anything like that, right?
Yeah, I think ViolentKain is a not appreciator of Krohnen. I think he did what he had to do last patch, and he's happy it's done.
Begrudgingly playing the character, but he's doing pretty well so far here with Iori on point against Shadow X's K-Dash.
Oh yeah, ViolentKain did also have a Rio. Forget about that, and we are saying goodbye to the K-Dash once again. The names are swapped right now, but we will get that fixed in a moment. We do have ViolentKain on the right and Shadow X on the left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got mixed up because the characters are so similar. The only difference is Clark.
Don't worry, those big, bolden letters told me maybe that's why they changed the font. Actually, I've never seen somebody do 2B, 2B, 5B max mode with Kyo. ViolentKain, an originator.
Yeah, trying to squeeze out as much damage as possible, right? Off of any stray hit. And good call out there. Just buffering the DP while putting the buttons. Trying to mash out on that CD, but it is not going to work.
Pussy.
Falls again with the CD. Ooh, was able to score the 2B, but Yuri is down.
Was that DP? Was that Rekka? What did he do? That he got hit out of?
He died. That's what he did.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And now K-Dash versus Kyo. A lot of meters sitting on Shadow X's side, so you can expect him to try and go for the big gambles here to get the hits.
And CD full confirm here. It's gonna be big damage.
Oh, we actually decide to hold on to the meter. Wants to make sure that we can confirm the kill with the meter we have. I respect that. Saying, come on, do something, whiff something. Let me get that punish. See, tried to go for the 2B there after the jumping.
Oh, wasn't able to get a follow-up after that. I believe it has to be counter hit on the first hit to get one.
Run a throw.
I love this route so much. It's so cool. It doesn't spend any of the bar. It doesn't really need to. Got a decent 300 out of that.
Oh, and the anywhere juggle coming through clutch once again. Yo is down. It is set point now for Shadow X. Yuri is the last line of defense between VK and elimination.
And I mean, hey, if you had to have a last line of defense, I mean, Yuri's a pretty good one, that's for sure. ViolentKain's one as well.
And you see Shadow X is not even sweating. He's not going to be too aggressive because there is no need to be in this situation. The longer that the clock runs down, the more in favor it is for Shadow X, right? Because you are just allowing Iori to eat more of the damage that he takes. Yeah, play it cool.
Something I definitely want to bring up with tonight's matches alone, we've seen so much guard cancel roll. It's almost seeming like it's a very meta idea to just stop dealing with pressure in general. And if you have the bar, you know, use it.
Absolutely. Why not? I mean, that is one character down now, though, for VK. Still has to go through two more. Oh, one more. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, and here we go. Clark.
Right, anchor, ViolentKain, starting off a very aggressive start. Probably just doesn't even want to let Shadow X get a turn, to be honest. Oh, well, he got his turn.
Yeah, dealing with that far C. Look at that. He keeps throwing it out, too. You know the 2C is going to be coming as well. JA to try and get some pressure started. And ViolentKain is pressing every single time he jumps in with a JA because he is afraid of getting run up thrown.
Yep.
So he's trying to stuff it short ahead of time.
Oh. RC could have been the end. Oh, it's going to be big damage. It's going to be about 60 to 70%. Going to save a little bit of his bar. Oh, you had to guess. He doesn't get a super off this athlete. Oh, well, he's dead now. Yeah, Clark being a very interesting character actually doesn't get supers off of the backhands.
That's right, yeah, and of course no supers off of EXs as well, but was still able to get the reset into the Frankensteiner. Shadow X with the 3-0 win over VK is fine. I admit you're tough. X definitely has an idea. I think if you can get in, that's a good start. Run up Frankensteiner. Oh god, definitely driver. Oh my god! Oh, I cut the feed, cut the feed!
We're done here. Next set. Let's go to next week's. That was amazing. Shadow X with a crazy.
Oh my god, the death leg driver again. I was gonna say, I think if you can get with inside of Geese's, like, inside of his box, his bubble, right? Inside that 2D range, it's difficult for him to brawl with a character like Clark. And
that is for sure.
Evidently, it really is. I mean, he's not gonna be able to just throw out reversals willy-nilly. Not gonna be able to throw out his counter either, because there's always the fear of that command grab.
Oh, I think Lokof really wanted that trade confirmed too. That would have been sick to see. Anywhere juggle. Going straight into the corner. Not gonna get a meaty here. Yeah. Lokof is not letting any fake type of jumps rock like that. Going to throw him into the corner.
Yeah, build up that extra meter too with the low snake arm.
Oh, almost got the whiff punish, but sadly only got 1-2A. Wow, they are trading.
There we go. Has to spend the meter, but you know what? We have to get rid of Clark. It is so important to get rid of Clark as fast as you possibly can.
After a start like that too, like the mental damage is definitely there from Lokof.
Now we need to close the gap here as well with Iori. Luckily, it's not going to take too long to do that, just a couple touches, but there we go. Reset into the Scum Gale, level 2 super, like fireworks.
Gonna do a little bit of shimmying, going back and forth. Ooh, jumps the Scum Gale is going to be big damage, and Lokof is going to throw Shadow Axe into the corner. Oh my god, it's a low. Oh, drop on the combo, though. That feels horrible. Why can they grab you mid-animation? So, Scum Gale, Iori's command grab, is physical strike invul, which means that no button you mash will stop it.
Being out. Yep, that is going to be Fireball invul. Really good decision there from Lokof. Able to get some good corner pressure here, too. You saw he tried to go for the preemptive anti-air there, but Shadow X being pretty patient. Unfortunately, he's going to get caught low and then resets into a throw.
Oh, and Shadow X looks scared right now. Look at these hops. He doesn't know what to do.
Just feels locked down.
Going to be going into anchor here. I know some K-Dash players are not a big fan of this matchup, but I mean, we've seen it more than enough times, and Shadow X is not just some K-Dash. Anti-air.
Alright, patience here. Oh man, the CD. Luong's CD is so scary to deal with. Gotta build up the extra meter as well, and the frame kill.
Safe on block, gonna get the run up 2B. Very interesting combo. Not sure if I agree with it, but again, I'm here.
Harassing with the lows. You're gonna see a lot of harassing with the 2B, one of our best options.
Oh, what a whip punish!
That's gonna be dead.
He might still be alive. That was Stan CD starter. Yep.
Oh yeah, wow. Even with the level 2, not quite enough damage in the throw.
No, not like this. Okay. We're out here. Whew! I got scared. You saw the 1.
Bro, the 0.5 health.
game's breaking. They don't even have numbers to explain the amount of health he had, but Lokof keeping it solid, remembering that he has the best button in any fighting game ever created, literally ever. Luong's 2B.
Here we go. Lokof up 1. That is a good start. I mean, it got pretty scary there in the end. Mission start.
All I'm saying is that Luong's 2B would have beat more Doom and Zero May Cry. That's all I'm saying. But we have a match going on.
Yeah, I mean, Lokof has honestly been playing some of the best KOF I have seen him play in a long time here tonight.
And Shadow X likes to really make you feel like he's not, though.
Well, here's the thing. If Geese can actually get more done against Clark, that was only good for Lokof, right? Especially because Geese did literally nothing last time.
Correct. Yeah, every little bit he gets here, it just makes it more and more scary. And is going to end up at a point where Shadow X may have to start making some other decisions.
Yeah, and it feels like he is having a hard time once Clark closes the distance, right? He's having a really difficult time pushing him back out, but now we are playing a pretty good spacing game here. Clark hasn't been able to get in too often. And the guard cancel backwards, trying to create some space. Shadow X just looking for the opportunity. The JA is going to strike. On Death Cradle, is it enough? Not quite.
I love that move. It's like not that good, but it's just so fun to see.
Hey, it's free meter.
It really is. Bring it back to when it was a mash.
I don't think Geese is taking this, but as long as he takes this damage stick, he tried to go for the parry. You know he would have gone to parry into super.
Yeah, say if he had gotten that parry, that was definitely that probably would have just been it. It does scale the combo super hard, but at that much, I don't see how it wouldn't have worked out. Lokof doing a bit of a walk forward, looking at the ground. He's like, oh, a little bit of dirt on the floor. Oh my god, anti-air Frankensteiner.
Alright, canceling into the snake arm.
2C. Yeah, I definitely feel like Yamazaki has to have the favor here, right? Like, the snake arms are really hard for Clark to deal with, but I guess once Clark gets in, it's kind of done.
Yeah, look, he's just sitting back, building up meter, gets the overhead there. Nice chase down with the throw. We were able to close it out without spending any meter. We built up max meter, actually, and we're going to get a decent amount of health back. I'd say that is a huge win for Lokof here going up against Iori.
Definitely. Overhead is so disrespectful, too. He really puts his whole skill on the back of your head. Oh, we're straight to level
2. Wow, we just decided to dump all that meter we built up to get this early lead against Iori.
Honest 60% there. Oh, that actually could have been death if he had confirmed. Maybe.
Absolutely would have been. But this should be absolutely with the stomp.
My favorite part about that OGG after the super is that in between the second and third stomp, you see he just like kind of waits. He's like, hold on, let me one more tick of poison. Fine, now I'll kick you.
Just a little extra, squeeze out as much as possible.
Shadow X definitely looking a bit lost here. Curious to see if this K-Dash can make the comeback with all this meter. It shouldn't be too hard.
Oh, the whiff Shatter Strike, though. And the whiff Shatter Strike feels like Shadow X is kind of, you know, digging for options here. Maybe feeling a little lost.
After the straws, for sure.
All right, starting to regain some bit of momentum here with this pressure.
Look at the guard gauge. Definitely blowing up Lokof, attempting to do a guard cancel CD, and there it is.
Incredible spacing there, but the guard cancel comes out. Shadow X is just trying to keep Lokof locked down in the corner, but cannot seem to stick him there.
And the problem here is, even if, you know, Shadow X wins against this character, you still have that Luong in the back. Oh, we're definitely going to be seeing a dead Yamazaki.
Dead Yamazaki, but luckily for Lokof, he was able to drag out that round so long that Shadow X is in a very, very dangerous position here. Luong just needs to score a single touch.
Yep. Look at that meter. Oh, that definitely could have been it. Drop with the combo, though.
Oh.
Nope. Combos are hard.
Hold up. We have 3 guards.
Sadly, with the stand CD scaling, that wasn't going to do anywhere more than 300, but 300 is still a lot.
I respect Lokof going for that guard cancel option, right? You don't want to allow KF to get that pressure, because if he does get a clean touch there in the corner, you probably are dead. This is so tense. Lokof is not going to go in just willy-nilly, right? You don't need to. You have range. You have to be very cautious about this approach, because all you need is a single touch. I expect to see another guard cancel coming soon.
Oh my god, the trade. Something else to bring up was Shadow X could not Ein trigger a neutral there, because that level 2 from Luong is like 8 frames or something nonsense like that. It doesn't matter whether he does a follow-up or not. It's done.
And here we go. This might be the final game here. Papa, we have either one game left if Shadow X cannot bring this back. But let's take a look at the bracket. Shadow X did lose to Lokof in Winners Finals 3-1.
I believe Lokof kind of has Shadow X's name. This is like, it's tournament like 8 in a row where this has happened. I would love to see Shadow X break the habit though tonight.
Yeah, it certainly feels like he has his number here, but we're taking a little bit of a breather. Shadow X going back to the character select. This is where you take a drink of water, reevaluate what is going wrong here. What am I not doing correct? Why is Lokof getting so far ahead of me in the neutral? How is he controlling the pace? You have to go back to the drawing board, and I'm not sure how you're actually going to stop Lokof, because he has been a monster tonight.
I'm not gonna lie, it's never happened, but every time we go to the character select screen and Shadow X is down, I'm like, what if it's time? What if he's finally bringing it out?
He'll never change characters.
No, if he picked up Jenny, I just want it to be known, KOF 15, days are numbered. If Shadow X picks up Jenny, like, there's a problem.
Now we go. Still, we're timing out as long as we possibly can. Shadow X is trying to just think, and not only that, but cool Lokof down a little bit, right?
Most definitely.
Nothing's gonna stop this show. Here we go. Again, Geese Howard on point.
And I'm curious to see if we're going to be seeing the same aggression from Shadow X now. Let's see.
Oh, trying to go for a JA, but he stalled it a little bit.
Oh, and I think that's where we're seeing Shadow X kind of losing. Is we saw a bit earlier. I mean, now he's winning. He's saying stuff, but he did the 2A, but he didn't confirm off of it. That's very uncharacteristic of Shadow X.
I still love that Lokof is willing to spend any meter possible here just to neutralize Clark. He's out as much damage as you possibly can.
That counter getting a heavy buff last patch.
All right, but the corner pressure is here. Whiffed to C. And gets the low, and it's going to actually be able to close out the character here with the turn punch. Is very nice from Shadow X. Give him a salute too.
I forgot that buff was there. That's new. The multi punches giving you another juggle point.
And it is very much welcome as well.
To each their own. Hello. Is he just the best? He was like, I feel like doing this.
Oh no, the Shatter Strike whip. That is some valuable meter that Shadow X is going to lose. Also, while that poison just ticks down, dealing so much damage. And again, Lokof is just slowing the pace of the matchup to a crawl there. Punished with the low snake arm. Off to a, even though he lost his character first, he still feels firmly in control at the moment.
Yeah, this is, it just keeps happening, you know. Shadow X gets the smallest lead, and then Lokof right behind is like, no, I'm catching up. That JB has been so militant in this matchup too, against Shadow X specifically. Full routes. Guard cancel rolling backwards. Kind of curious if he was looking for an Ein trigger follow-up.
Nice pick up, and there we go, able to get rid of Yamazaki. This is the best Shadow X has looked so far in this set.
For sure. Biggest question is, can he deal with Luong in a fast manner? Like, he really does not want to go to anchor, I can imagine. But being anchor with less meter, like, yeah. The meter is the biggest question here. That is for sure.
Oh, so patient. Now Shadow X is also just kind of getting used to this patient gameplay, right?
There is no way that trade.
Not only did it trade, that is huge for Lokof here. If we can maintain this corner pressure, take out K-Dash without losing too much health with Luong, we are in a really good position to close out the tournament here.
He tried to avoid the fireball. He was like, ah! That's hilarious.
Oh no, was expecting a hop in there when he tried to challenge.
Damn CD. Decent bit of damage. Could you imagine, by the way, this character without the stand CD nerf?
Yeah, that would be, I don't want to imagine that, actually.
Big damage. Shadow X is looking really good right now.
Oh no, whipping the Shadow Strike is a huge momentum killer here for Lokof.
What? 6B? The anti-Ein triggers tech?
Guard cancel, 9 seconds left on the clock. We timer scammed hella good for Shadow X here. Lokof is going to get little to no health back at all, and all Iori has to do is come in and clean it up.
Final round. Ready, go!
Look at the patience. Save pressure, yep.
Every single interaction is going to be a massive risk here for Lokof.
Something to definitely notice is Lokof's meter is slowly building. Once he gets that 2.5 bar, he has access to about a 50% health combo. Oh, we might be seeing it here. Ending it early. Okay.
I mean, I understand, because you will be able to close up this next one, probably even without meter. You just need to get the right hit. Oh my god, that 2B. My heart sank.
Oh, yep, same time. That was scary.
So, Shadow X staying alive here, but this is only the beginning. We still went down to the wire at the end of that.
No encore. Not worth my time.
No encore. Sorry, there is an encore right now. You gotta do it right now.
He got told by his team, they're like, hey, no, we still have like 2 more to go, maybe 5 more to go. And he was like, oh. Well, I guess we're getting an encore.
Exactly. You still have to win 5 more. The 5 more encores.
We're seeing Lokof going towards that stand D a little bit more now. That button is a very strong button in its own right. Definitely stopping Shadow X earlier on into this match.
Oh, and there we go. Neutral, so backdashes. Doesn't want to get caught. Doesn't want to try and challenge Geese at that range either.
Yo, Lokof is letting these normals rip.
That's the sweet chin music, baby. The roundhouse kick.
Oh, this is a whip punish.
Oh, that is huge. What a massive momentum shift here for Lokof now. Yes, the crossover with the JB. Full health Geese. Full health Geese going into K-Dash.
Look at him like that, Geese. Come on.
This might be it.
You can never count out Shadow X. He's been doing this again since birth. Since the sunglasses hit his head.
You can't, but this is the earliest lead that Lokof has had the entire set.
Oh.
And doesn't get anything off the guard break, but still is able to pick up a combo afterwards, making up the difference a little bit.
The song is definitely a pop. Here we go. Just like we said, you can't count Shadow X out. Closing up that difference in a second, but he still has to finish off this Geese. Oh, try to go for counter super. Nothing there.
Wow, I cannot believe Geese just got absolutely eviscerated like that. I was not expecting that in the slightest. Just holding onto that pressure in the corner, could not figure out its single opportunity to press out. And yeah, that is absolutely huge for Shadow X here. He 100% needed that win because now we are even once again. And you see Lokof is trying to slow the pace of the matchup down, but Shadow X is not having it. Might be forced to though after this poison into kick.
Yeah, and we're just seeing that guard cancel roll could not be what Shadow X wanted. Probably was looking for a normal roll. A wasted meter there is not going to help them out very much.
No, not at all. And a lot of CDs coming out here from Lokof as well. That big boot from Yamazaki is so strong. He had the right idea, just a little too early on the up snake arm.
That's definitely that. JP is militant.
And now we are down to tournament point here for Lokof. And he is looking mighty healthy here.
Has a decent bit of bar, has a decent bit of life, 2 characters. Shadow X is an uphill battle starting now.
But that snake arm getting a little too predictable. Shadow X gets a clean punish, a massive punish even, and is going to shut down Yamazaki. Still alive once again. Luong versus Shadow X.
Go big or go home.
Anchor, once again.
We're just going down to the anchor wars all the time. Every set is so incredibly close. Every match is so close.
That stand CD makes no sense. Cross up. Oh, we're getting into Mixy Wixies. Mixy Wixies time.
Oh, tried to go for the reset there too, just with the 5A. Oh!
No meter spent. Very interesting. This is definitely a one-hit scenario.
I think Shadow X only has 1 bar left, so we probably want to hold on to it to be defensive, but now that should be enough to close it out.
Not to shatter strike. Lokof will be taking this 3-1 over Shadow X. Definitely good matches in their own right, but Lokof was absolutely unstoppable with the control Yamazaki and Luong put in.
Yeah, Lokof just a dominating force tonight. A rerun of Winners Finals. Lokof 3-1 over Shadow X. What a performance.